Remember the times when
Hello guys.
when you thought, maybe tomorrow, maybe next time? That hesitation is the enemy of progress.
Every time you delay action, someone else is taking your place, grabbing the opportunities you let slip by. Your moment is now. Don't let it fade.
Look within. The strength you need is already there. It's not about waiting for a sign. It's about creating your own destiny.
Imagine the life you could lead if you embraced every challenge. Your dreams aren't just fantasies. They are blueprints for what you can achieve if you dare to act. Inside you burns a fire, a spark of potential waiting to ignite. But that fire only burns bright when fueled by action. Don't let doubt or fear choke it out. Every setback, every failure, is just fuel for the next surge of strength. Rise every time you fall. Push harder than you ever thought possible. This is your chance to show the world, and more importantly, yourself, what you're made of. You have one life, one chance, and it's up to you to make it count. Be relentless. Be unstoppable. Let every heartbeat remind you, you're not here to merely exist, but to conquer.
As this moment draws to a close, ask yourself, what will your legacy be? Will it be a tale of hesitation, of unfulfilled dreams, of what-ifs? Or will it be a story of bold moves, brave decisions, and relentless pursuit of greatness? You stand at the edge of your potential, looking out at a world.
Okay guys, let's just do this shit.
There's no time for second
Let's
guessing,
just
no room
freaking
for
win.
excuses. Now is the time to step forward, to embrace the
Let's play
uncertainty,
one quick
and to
play before we
transform
start.
into your triumph. This is your moment. One life, one chance. Let every decision, every sacrifice, every drop of sweat forge the path to your destiny. Go out there and write a story that you'll be proud to tell. A story that will echo long after you're gone.
Could make all the
This
difference.
is it. No more waiting. No more looking back.
Open your
Seize your
eyes.
chance.
Reality
Ignite your
is but
fire.
an illusion.
And transform your
I'm here to
life.
finish the fight that my
Because you
father
only
began.
get one shot.
I hope I make him proud.
It's time to make it count.
Now, as you step into this new chapter, remember, every forward stride is a chance to redefine your limits. Every time you fall, you have the opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Your scars aren't marks of failure. They're medals of the battles you've overcome.
The world doesn't wait for your excuses or your doubts. Each day is a relentless test. And only those who
Most
push
spiders
past
just
their
climb
fears
walls.
claim
I'm
victory.
psionically linked to a giant robot.
When
I
the weight
win.
of the world bears down, it's your grit that will keep you moving forward. No more hesitation. Only action.
True strength is forged in the quiet moments of solitude and struggle. Embrace the pain and the uncertainty as guides, not enemies.
You're up, little
Let
one.
each hardship illuminate the depth of your resolve and remind you that every challenge is an opportunity to grow into the hero you're meant to be.
And remember, at the end of it all, life is simple.
Time for some fireworks.
And you keep moving forward. No fancy tricks or overcomplicated strategies. Just the raw determination to push on.
Systems restoring.
Your anime will realize. Step up. Embrace the
This
challenge.
is gonna hurt.
Keep moving until you've rewritten your destiny.
You've got one life, one shot. So tell me, why are you hesitating? Why are you waiting for the perfect moment?
This is gonna hurt.
Perfection is a lie. The strongest people aren't the ones who wait. They're the ones who step forward before they're ready. Stop thinking. Start doing.
You know what to
Because
do,
every
spiders.
second you waste is a second you'll never get back. You're stronger than you think. Act like it.
What's strength without purpose? That's just empty.
Powering up.
Feels like to be lost. Chasing things that don't matter. Looking for answers in all the wrong places.
Here comes trouble.
Mistake of thinking time is unlimited.
Time for some fireworks.
Is one less you have left. Live. Live with a
reason. The moon!
Mine's in place.
One day you'll look back and realize you never truly lived at all.
They won't wait for you to be ready. Either you take control or you let life control you. You have one chance to turn things around. One chance to become who you were meant to be.
You know what to do, spiders.
If you waste it, that's on you.
This is gonna
No one
hurt.
is stopping you except yourself. So break the chains, burn the doubts, and do whatever it takes to become the person who doesn't just dream, but does.
Keep our eyes on this spot.
Everything feels like it's falling
Time for some fireworks.
apart. Legends aren't made in comfort. They're made in the chaos and the struggle. And the moments of giving up seems easier than pushing forward. But you don't quit. Not now. Not ever. Because this life, this one life, it's yours. So own it. Make it count.
Time for some fireworks.
Most people live like they've got unlimited time. Like there's always later.
Sorry, no
But let me tell you something. Later is the biggest lie you'll ever believe. You think you have time until you don't. So why are you still holding back?
Your powers are mine!
One shot to do something incredible, to chase
Don't
something
mess
bigger
with
than
the
yourself.
amazing
Spider Scanner's located in Monk.
Playing it safe
Good
is
job,
the fastest
spiders.
way to a life full of regrets.
Powering up.
Make the move. Do it now. Before time decides for you.
It's spider time!
I know what it's like to come back. Wish I had
No coming back from that.
let me help. Judge! Jury! Executioner! Let another day slip through your fingers. Tomorrow is guaranteed. Not. You
Don't count us out yet.
right now. And that is all you need to change everything. Start small, but start.
Shields
Every
up.
choice you make is carving the path
Enjoy the amplifier!
for the one you wish.
You know what to do, spiders. Only 60 seconds left. Time for some fireworks. Systems restoring.
One out, Frank!
What you fight for, you refuse to back down from. You're either in control of your life
This is gonna hurt.
or in control. Which one is it? No more waiting. No more wondering. The time is
You never stood a chance.
so either step up or step aside.
You don't need permission. You don't need approval. The world will always have something to say, but their words don't decide your fate. Stop looking
This is gonna hurt.
Stop waiting for a sign. This is your sign. You want something. You want the purpose. You want the reason.
Fantastic! Powers are mine!
Time.
Your terms.
Another
epic
victory.
What is it? Just a story of someone who refused to waste their one chance.
You talk too much. Every day, it's the same excuses. I'll start tomorrow. I just need a little break. I'm figuring things out. Shut up. Get to work. The world doesn't care about your plans, your dreams, or your struggles. Results. That's the only thing that speaks. You either get it done, or you don't. Period.
You ever notice how time keeps moving? You can sit there, overthinking, waiting, doubting, but the clock doesn't stop. Days turn into weeks, and weeks into months. You blink, and a year's gone. What do you have to show for it? Time doesn't wait for your motivation to kick in. Time doesn't stop because you had a bad day. is moving, with or without you.
Hello guys.
The only question is,
Hello, hello.
are you moving with it?
You either suffer the pain of discipline now, or the pain of regret
do you think
later.
you want to be today?
And regret?
Mm.
Regret will eat you alive. Wishing you had started sooner.
I'm here to
Wishing
finish
you
the
had
fight that my
pushed harder.
Open.
Wishing you had been stronger. That feeling.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father began. I hope I make him proud.
That's what happens when you waste time.
Who am I gonna banish for this match?
No.
Nobody cares. Keep pushing. You got problems? So does everyone else. Life doesn't stop because you're struggling. You want to be different. Move different. You want to be great? Work like it. Cut out the noise, the distractions, the nonsense.
Don't ban Hulk. I can go Hulk and you Doctor Strange.
One day they'll tell your story. What's it going to sound like? A tale of discipline, of resilience, or one of excuses and missed opportunities. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, every decision you make today is writing that story.
Oh man.
When it's time to close the book,
Are you done?
proud of what
Yeah,
Heroes
he's
could
done.
make all the
We think
difference.
successful people
He's
take it
done.
easy once they make it. We think champions wake up and say, I've done enough. No. The work never stops. Even when you win, the grind continues. Why? Because the moment you stop pushing, you start falling behind.
If you don't take your dreams seriously, no one else will. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. If you don't put in the work, no one else will do it
The
for
web of life and destiny is fragile. Someone has to protect it.
you. Get ruthless. You have to want this more than
We'll be
anything.
coming in 30 seconds.
More than
Stay
sleep.
strong.
More than comfort. More than distractions. Because the moment you let up, someone else
It reminds me of my duty.
Bullshit.
It's awesome.
you meet them, they will take everything you thought you deserved.
You think you deserve success just because you want it?
The
Because
battle
you
starts in
tried a
5,
few times?
4,
Success
mine's in
doesn't
place.
care about
2,
your
1.
You are not special. You are not owed. Our enemies are the only way to earn your place is to put
Powering
in
up.
the work. Day after day. No one will judge you.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. This is gonna hurt. Systems restoring. Time for some fireworks. And that's how we do it in Tokyo.
through the doubt, push through the exhaustion, push through the moments where everything inside you screams, stop. That's where real strength,
Mine's in place.
that's where champions are made.
Every second you wait is a second wasted. Start waiting for motivation. Start waiting for the right time.
You know what to do, spiders?
Do it now. Do it
Mine's in place.
because the ones who can
It's spider time! System error. Spiders get the job done. This is gonna hurt. I am ready to put on a show. You know what to do, spiders? Mine's in place.
And if you lose, it's on you. Need some ranged firepower. Have you wasted? Beyond how many hours?
Don't count us out yet.
How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? Stop lying to yourself. Stop making excuses. Because while you
Here comes trouble.
someone else is out there taking what could have been
Systems restoring.
Waiting for you to be ready. It doesn't care about your
I'm counting on you, friends.
I unleash the Shanti's power.
Bullshit.
Now might be a good time This is gonna hurt. My trap worked!
Why? Oh man, I don't like this game anymore.
Arigato. I needed that boost.
For fuck's sake.
I'm counting on you, friends.
I'm starting to get angry, boys.
Waste time thinking. You hesitate, and someone else takes what you should have claimed. Everyone wants to talk. Namor's got some extra help. Shut up.
It's spider time!
Us against the world.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Spiders get the job done.
Attacking from behind?
I'm counting on you, friends. This is gonna hurt. Powering up.
Won't matter when it's over.
And this is done.
Keep saying you're tired. Tired of what? Tired of trying. Tired of working. You think life is just going to hand you what you want? You think success is waiting for you to show up? Nobody's going to push you.
I am ready to put on a show.
Us against the world.
Why did you guys take the ban Hulk?
Anyone willing to help?
Be the one who stays locked in when everyone else gives up. Be the one who embraces the pain. Because pain
Of everything you could ban, you're banning Hulk, bro. That's a lot of bullshit. Let my tank voice be.
Only 60 seconds left.
It's paid in early mornings, late nights, and sacrifices nobody will ever see. But you will know, and that's all that matters.
You've come this far. Now, you're gonna stop.
Behind.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Are you gonna prove to yourself once and for all that you were built for this?
Another bump in the
No
road.
more talking, no more thinking, no more waiting.
The current score is 0-1. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I am Groot. They laughed at you, mocked you, looked you in the eyes, and told you that you weren't good enough, that you were weak, that you were a failure, and you believed them, didn't you?
You remember that feeling, don't you? The moment when you realized you were at the bottom. The moment when the world decided you weren't worth anything. The moment they discarded you like trash. But let me ask you something. Did they decide your fate?
30 seconds
Or do
before
you
you
still
attack.
have a choice?
Get ready.
Because this is where you decide who you really are.
I am Groot.
Will you let their words define you? Or will you make them eat those words? Listen to me. The pain of humiliation is fuel. It can burn you alive, or it can set you on
Battle
fire.
starts in 5,
You decide which one.
3, 2,
Because
1.
there are two types of people in this world. Those who stay down, and those who get back up stronger. You already know which one they expect you to
Don't
be.
get that vehicle to its
But
destination.
what they don't realize is that you are not the same person you left behind. They broke you. Good. Now you rebuild. Now you train. They made you feel like nothing. Now you show them that you are not.
You want revenge? Then get stronger. You want to prove them wrong?
Puncher's gonna be
Then
very
put in the work. Every single day. When they're sleeping, when they're comfortable, when they're wasting time. You putting in the hours. While they work, you train. While they mock, you grind. And the day comes when they finally see what you've become. You will be speechless. This is the process. The journey from being nothing to becoming unstoppable. But it's not about them anymore. It's about you. Your growth. Your strength. Your transformation. Because by the time you reach that level, you won't care about proving them wrong anymore. You'll only care about proving yourself right.
They will try to crawl back. To act like they always believed in you.
A little help.
To pretend they never doubted you.
One less onk, one
And
less
that's when
problem.
you will look them in the eyes and say nothing. Because your success would be your revenge.
The web of life and
Revenge is
destiny.
not anger.
Bring it on.
Revenge
Hey,
is
Jimmy,
success.
enjoy the
It's becoming so
empire.
strong, so undeniable, that they have no choice but to
You're
respect
halfway
you.
there. Keep going.
Not because they want to, but because they have to. One day, when you look back at everything you've been through,
Us against the world!
not because it didn't hurt, but because you made it happen.
The things that make most people quit.
I am ready to put on a show.
You think the ones at the top got there because it was easy? Because they were lucky? No. They were born and broken.
I unleash the Shanti's power.
Doubted you. But what they didn't realize, the drop of blood in sweat was turning you into something they couldn't overcome. Pain is temporary. Strength is forever. Suffering will pass. But what remains is the unbreakable force you become.
I'm doing this my way.
Final
The
score.
reason why most
2,
people never
2,
change.
1.
They fear failure. They fear pain. They fear being humiliated again.
Epic victory.
And because of that, they stay exactly where they are. Stagnant. Weak. Unchanged. But not
Diamond. I'm
because
diamond.
you've already experienced rock bottom.
See?
You've already seen the worst of it. And now, there's only one thing left to do.
You move forward. No matter how afraid you are, you don't stop. You don't hesitate. Because fear is just another chain. And you were never meant to be chained.
Look at who you were. The weak, helpless version of yourself. The one who let others decide his fate. The one who let their words hurt him. The one who stayed down. Now look at who you are becoming.
They will never recognize you again. They will never believe you were the same person they once mocked. And that's because you aren't. You outgrew them. You outpaced them. You became something beyond their imagination. the world will see exactly who you are.
This is not the end. This is only the beginning. Because the moment you become
Which
strong,
hero do you think you
the
want
war
to be
truly
today?
begins. New obstacles, new enemies, new limits to break.
Open.
But now, you are ready for it. No more hesitation. No more weakness. No more chains. Just one goal. To become undeniable.
Who am I gonna banish from
You
this
know that
match?
feeling. That sick burning weight in your chest when they made you
Please,
feel like
Wolfing, guys, Wolfing.
that moment when you
For the
looked
tank.
around and realized no one took you seriously. The laughter, the sideways glances, the whispers behind your back.
Okay, let's try again.
They thought you wouldn't hear.
I can't have a Wolfing.
They thought you'd just take it and move on.
It's only losing if when I'm
Pretend they know your limits.
having it.
To decide for you what you can do, what you can't do, how far you'll go, how soon you'll quit. You ever notice that? How the ones who never did anything are always the
The
loudest.
right heroes could make all the
The ones who
difference.
never risked, never struggled, never built anything. They speak like they know, like they're experts. in
Open
what's
your
possible.
eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
But here's the part they don't understand. You don't
Oh,
forget.
I go Groot,
You
I
don't let
guess.
go.
I don't know,
You
man.
don't move on like they expect you to. You take that moment, that feeling, that humiliation, and you hold on to it like a blade in your chest. A wound that never fully closes. A reminder of exactly what it felt like.
Be your best self.
Not to break you. Not to weigh you down.
He'll be coming in 30 seconds.
But to
Stay
make
strong.
sure you never go back.
You don't need motivation. You don't need hype. You don't need someone patting you on the back. All you need is to remember the way they made you feel, the way they looked at you, the way they underestimated you. And then, you work. You
The battle
sharpen
starts
yourself.
in 5,
You
4,
forge yourself into
3,
something that doesn't
2,
need validation,
1.
doesn't need permission.
You weren't given respect, so you will take it. You weren't given a head start, so you will run harder.
Stop that vehicle.
You weren't given power, so you will become it. One day, they will look at you and understand. One day, they will see what they created. And on that day, you won't need to say a single word. Your existence will be enough.
Oh, I'm dead. I got some people. Please.
You are fortunate Namor was here.
People will call you crazy. They'll say you're out of your mind. And you know what? They're right.
What happens to my wheel? Groot. Guys, Groot.
Put on a show.
Oh.
To them, your vision is delusion. It's the only reality that matters.
Every great person you've ever admired
All those
was once
crises I
labeled
quietly
delusion.
put out,
They
you
dared
have
to
no
see something
idea.
that wasn't there yet. The Wright brothers wanted to fly.
Oh,
when
no,
they
my.
on the ground. Steve Jobs envisioned a world where technology wasn't just
Oh.
It was
Now
art.
might be a good time to stop them.
Muhammad Ali said, the greatest, long before anyone. At first they laughed. Later,
I am strengthened for battle.
Illusion is just a leap ahead of its time. But here's the catch.
Oh yes. This is not working.
Prove that what you
By
see
the
is
shades of the seraphim,
exists
I
in the real
return.
world. They won't believe in you at first, and that's okay. Their disbelief. You get away with it. You get away with it. You get away with it. Every
The emanations of power here,
in the empire.
nearly overwhelming. Good medicine.
A nice deep freeze.
By the eye of Agamotto! Without Spider-Man, New York has lost its heart. Leave me, darkness! The Vishanti
Very good old bro.
And one day, when you've turned your so-called delusion into reality, those same people will say,
Not to be mean or something, but I think we need something else than yes.
Then what?
Then yes.
Oh, Jeff, you mean?
Yeah.
Leave me, darkness!
you don't play to fit their expectations. Every doubt they throw at you is fuel for your next move. Your
Creatures
vision
have risen from the
is
realm
your
below.
weapon. Sharpen it. Strike where they least expect. Make it happen.
Leave me, darkness!
they don't understand what they call delusion is the start of destiny.
Leave me, darkness!
Disbelief into strength. One step. Let them doubt you.
I'm ready to unleash my mystic power.
The difference between you and them, you see what's possible, and you don't stop until it's real.
Crazy? You think you're crazy because you refuse to quit. Good. Let them think that. You're not here to prove them right. You're here to prove yourself
More tentacles
unstoppable.
than Gargantus.
Every time they say you can't,
Without Spider-Man, by the eye of Agamotto!
you need their approval. The control is yours to make. Push harder. Fight with everything you've got. That's how you make it happen.
Good job.
Enemy in front of us.
Final 10 seconds.
Soon enough, they'll tremble when they see the power of your reality.
You stop them in their
You will
tracks.
make it happen.
Us against the world. The current score is 0-2.
To fight for something bigger than yourself.
Time to switch.
We can do this, guys.
Including which side you're
Yeah,
on.
this is free.
Impossible.
You'll need a
Doubts and
top-notch team
chains
to
will
win
shatter
this
one
one.
by one.
Open your eyes. Reality is but an
No matter
illusion.
the cost. Your dream isn't delusion. It's liberation. Make it happen. And show them the strength of your resolve.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father began. I hope I make him proud.
I am. Open your eyes. I am.
Grind harder, build stronger, and let your reality eclipse their doubts.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
God
I guess we try this.
You feel lost sometimes, right? Like you're running in a direction no one else sees.
Tonight, I really
That's how
wanna
greatness starts.
fly away.
People will say you're crazy for chasing something invisible.
we're stuck here, so
Keep going. See the gaps they can't.
I have a
Take the
strange
shots
feeling
they
my music.
wouldn't.
The battle
Life's a
starts in
game.
5,
And if you don't
4,
take the risk to
3,
strike, you'll
2,
never score.
1.
You're not here to blend in. You're here to win. So make it happen.
So, sorry. What exactly are we thinking?
That's how it should be.
Help get that vehicle to just me.
For only those who blind survive. While they sleep, you rise. While they relax, you push forward. Stronger you get. One day. Disbelief isn't for weakness.
Us against the world.
You've tasted defeat, and it burns, doesn't it? Use that fire. Train harder.
Be strong together.
They can't ignore you anymore. They say you're obsessed, but obsession is the price of greatness.
Get that
The
vehicle
weak
moving again.
make excuses.
My friends are
The
here.
strong
don't worry,
make
Spider.
results.
I'm not gonna let anybody stop us.
Let your actions
I am ready to put on a show.
Try to keep a smile. Trapped in the life of the deserve. Risk you endure brings you closer to that freedom. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for approval.
This will not work, bro.
Keep moving forward. Show them your will is stronger than their limits. Make it happen and claim the future.
When science failed me, magic was there.
Do not look happy.
Too many tentacles. Too many tentacles. Get that vehicle moving again.
I am strengthened for battle.
Sayonara, sucker!
Journey into mystery, yes. Out, dark magic.
Only 60 seconds
No
left.
one sees your potential. Read the game and score when you
Leave me, darkness. More powerful yet. By Astur's bane, we overcome more tentacles than Gargantos himself. Enemy in front of us. Without Spider-Man, New York fell.
Let's get this show on the road. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep making momentum.
No problem. Every no you hear, every rejection is a test. Show them you don't need shortcuts. Show them that hard work breaks limits they never believed could be broken.
Out, dark
Keep
magic.
screaming your dream into existence.
Good medicine.
Your will. You're unstoppable.
Back, back, back.
So train harder, fight smarter, and remember, respect is
A journey into mystery, yes. Ride.
Keep going.
Then take it. Every day wasted is another chance.
Us against the world.
Guys, portal.
What's that?
Mystic arts won't fail me again. But you know better. I'm opening a portal
to rewrite the rules. Get that vehicle moving again.
Their mediocrity. Create your pentagram of horror. By the eye of our
I am ready to put on a show.
Guys.
A touch of healing.
mortal pain is
What
no
happened,
match for the
guys?
sorcerer supreme.
I said portal.
Do it through. Only 60 seconds left.
Stay down. You get a web it. You get a web it.
Dark magic.
Spider Zero. Got your back.
It's okay. Admit it. You need me.
3 on card. 3.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
You think the world plays fair?
GG.
It's the grand finale. Final score: 2-2-1. Another epic victory.
They mock you. They say, why are you working so hard? Take it easy. Come join us. And you'll feel tempted. The comfort of fitting in pulls at you. But deep down, you know there's something more. And to get there, you have to leave all of that behind.
It's not just about working hard. It's about working hard when no one is watching. The unseen hours define you. When you're running at 3 a.m. while the world is asleep. When you're studying for hours while everyone else is out partying. When you're in the gym and there's no one to pat you on the back. That's when you grow. That's when you build belief in yourself.
People ask, why do you do it alone? Because no one is going to do it for you. No one is coming to save you. The boats, the weights, the grind. It's all on you. And here's the truth. That's a gift. Because when you do it alone, you own every bit of the result. No one can take it away from you. The confidence, the pride, the power. It's all yours.
It's not just about the destination. It's about who you become. The loneliness, that's your teacher. The pain, that's your ally. The doubt, that's your fuel.
When you finally break through, when the results show, and the world starts to notice, they'll call you lucky. They'll say you're gifted. But you and
Which
I
hero do you
both
think you
know
want to
the
be
truth.
today?
It wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It was you.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father.
Open your eyes.
Science solves problems.
I play anything, so I don't know. Can we ban Wolverine? Wolverine for the tank.
No. Yeah, we can ban Wolverine.
Consistency is the bridge
Even though they're
between
1-1.
dreams and reality. People talk about big moments, victories, breakthroughs, but those moments don't just happen. They're built one small action at a time. Every rep you push
I'm
through,
Wolverine.
every extra mile you run,
Thanks,
every late
man.
night grind, it all stacks up. It feels slow, doesn't it? It feels like nothing is changing.
She's annoying
But
like
what they
shit,
don't tell
man.
you is this. Success is invisible until it's undeniable. You don't notice the changes because you're living them every day. But keep going. Stay
That's
consistent.
fine, that's fine, that's
All
fine.
the difference.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father.
Open your eyes.
If you play Raccoon, that'd be great, but no pressure.
That you're stronger than yesterday, that you're tougher than your excuses, that you're willing to put in the work while everyone else waits for motivation to come. That's how you build a life that no one can take away.
Let me tell you something most people won't admit. You're going to fail. A lot. You're going to stumble, fall, and question why you even started. And here's the catch. That's the point. The failures are not your enemies. They're your teachers. Every time you fall, you learn how to stand
I'm okay with playing solo.
Together, if it were within my power.
Don't run from failure.
We'll be coming in 30
Chase it.
seconds.
Face it.
Stay strong.
Let it shape you. Because the people who win aren't the ones who avoid failure.
Your idealism refreshes a battered old soul.
Success isn't loud. It's not glamorous.
We just don't push too much.
Quiet moments when no one's looking. It's the decision to try again.
Guys, can you destroy this building after the run starts? Destroy it instantly, okay?
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This one.
To stop them from securing the mission area.
Thank you.
Every spell cast has its price, and my debt is due.
Let's go! Easy dub.
They have a back panther.
I am strengthened for battle.
Anyone willing to help?
Out, dark magic!
But guess what? You're the only one who can bring them to life. You're welcome. If you want it,
Out, dark magic!
and you gotta do it alone.
I am strengthened for battle.
I'm gonna pull here.
Against the world!
Out, dark magic!
Porter.
Choosing this path.
That's good, that's good.
I have unfinished business here.
They're scared.
I'm opening a
Scared of
portal.
what happens when you succeed. Because your success.
A shortcut through space.
They're not meant to be.
I am strengthened for battle. We must marshal our defenses. By the eye of Agamotto! Out, dark magic!
Behold the god of thunder!
This isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right.
Leave me, darkness!
Your powers are mine!
Against the world!
Tremble before blast!
Good medicine.
Nah.
I don't understand. Every time I fucking shoot somebody, they just take no fucking damage.
By the shade.
That panther is just sitting on me.
And to harden your spirit, the noise of the crowd fades, and in the silence, you hear the truth. No one is
Maybe try to go tank.
This is your
A little help, please.
punch you throw.
Better stop that vehicle!
It's carving out your path to greatness.
Job done. Try to pull you back.
I am strengthened.
Hell unleashed!
At the barrel.
Against the world!
Leave me, darkness! Good medicine. Out, dark magic.
When the results finally show, the world will know. They'll call you unstoppable. They'll call you relentless. But you'll know that it wasn't it was those moments.
Your powers are mine!
Against the world!
Out, dark magic.
I got my ult.
I am strengthened for battle. Leave me, darkness.
Look yourself in the eye and remind yourself why you started. Why you chose this path. It's not just about achieving goals. It's about discovering your true potential. It's about becoming someone who can weather.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Panther behind. Okay, back him.
Good medicine.
This is real firepower!
Out, dark magic.
Towards not just your dreams, but also towards inspiring others.
Only 60 seconds left.
Your powers are mine!
Tremble before fire! Leave me, darkness.
Okay, I have my ult, so
Down to 30 seconds.
The doctor is in.
I will use TP.
I'm opening a portal.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Push.
Space.
Us against the world.
By the eye of Agamotto.
It's the ability.
Out, dark magic.
Good job,
Nice.
guys,
The current score is
We can win this.
2-1. Time
Yeah.
to switch things up,
No
including
matter how
which
hard
side
you chase
you're
your
on.
destiny, most people fail not.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Open your eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
I'm not sure though if I should go Doctor Strange.
Talent, but because they lack consistency.
I think we can go 2 tanks on the attack. Raccoon, you can switch if you want. I'm not doing that good in this game, so let's just take 2 tanks. Thank you.
But it's what separates dreamers from achievers. It's what transforms potential into power.
Look at anyone who seems like an overnight success.
I would knit the dimensions back together if it were within my power.
Think of a bamboo tree. For years, you see nothing as it grows underground.
30 seconds before you attack.
In a few weeks,
Get ready.
it shoots up into the sky. Success.
Your idealism refreshes a battered old soul.
Daily. Even when nothing seems to happen.
Astral projection makes me feel old.
Stop expecting recognition before you've earned it. Instead, fall in love with the process. Success isn't
The
something
battle
you
starts in
achieve.
5,
It's something
4,
you become
3,
through consistent
2,
action.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Here is the prize we seek. This is a cosmic mystery given true form. Astonishing. I am strengthened for battle.
Can we chill a little bit? We only have one here.
Planets are no more.
Hit this area now.
Leave me, darkness. Out, dark magic. Good medicine.
Healer is low. Killer dead, killer dead.
Hardest battle you'll ever face. Your powers are mine! It's your own mind.
I have made the nest disappear.
You've done enough today.
Ancient one, I hope my dark magic.
You're not good enough. Every time you show up despite that voice,
Nice, nice.
you win. Every time you push through self-doubt, you grow. Remember, the only person standing between you and your goal is you.
I purge the darkness.
Without a strong why.
I am strengthened.
Nice, good job.
Proving to yourself that you can do it. Helping your family.
A man named Castle becomes a turret.
Purpose gives you strength.
Leave me, darkness.
Black Panther low.
I'm gonna straight to pool here.
Good medicine.
Oh,
Tremble before fast.
I will use portal.
Pain is no match for the sorcerer super. I'm opening a portal.
Coming with you, strange.
By the eye of Agamotto. Good medicine.
Come on, guys.
I purge the darkness. I have not used the last Bible since. Never mind.
Replace scrolling with reading. Replace gaming.
Ouch, dark magic.
Every moment spent on distractions is a moment stolen from your dreams. Be ruthless. Focus.
Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like a wave. Discipline stays.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Think of discipline as a muscle.
I purge the darkness.
The stronger it gets. Build routines. Stick to them. Make discipline a non-negotiable part of your life, and you'll achieve more than you ever thought possible.
Leave me, darkness.
Again, something great.
What happens, guys? We have it.
The Panther is just insane.
Relationships may need to be sacrificed to achieve your vision. Ask yourself.
I have unfinished.
Yeah, let's go, let's go. We have to.
Unleash my mystic power.
The bigger the dream, the greater the sacrifice.
Can you shoot that? I can destroy it.
Medicine.
Rewards will outweigh the costs.
Almost done. Got him, got him.
These mechanical
Okay, stand together, girl. Let's go.
protect Spider Zero as she traverses the city. By the eye of Agamotto. Tremble before. Your efforts are the same. Stop. Leave me, darkness.
This is done.
Every moment of discomfort, every drop of sweat, and every ounce of effort you give in the face of pain.
Only 60 seconds left.
To something stronger. Think about
Get
the
that
hardest
vehicle
moments
moving
you've ever
again.
faced. Did you break or did you survive? You're here now.
Your powers are mine.
Against the world.
Oh man,
Can you look at yourself and say, I gave it my
that
all
was
today?
hard.
The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects your effort, your discipline, or your commitment. If you're not proud of what you see, change it. You have the power to transform your life. Every day is a new opportunity to become someone you respect, someone you admire. Make today the day you start building the version of yourself you've always dreamed of.
What will people remember about you? Will they say you were someone who gave up? Or someone who kept fighting no matter what? Your actions
I will just look up something a little bit quick.
or whether your name will echo in eternity. Be the person who inspires others. Be the one who proves that anything is possible with enough grit and determination. Leave behind a legacy that speaks of courage, resilience, and greatness.
This is it. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right time. The time is now.
So yeah, 19.
You have everything you need to succeed. Courage, discipline, resilience. It's all.
Let's play.
Stop thinking. Stop doubting. Act. Take the first step towards your dreams.
Ooh.
Remember, you are an unstoppable force. Nothing can hold you down unless you let it.
Which hero do
Why?
you think you want to be today?
You quit. Why is that, sir?
Well,
you know, I gave it everything I had. But there's always gonna be someone better out there.
Now,
Everyone has
who am I
limits,
gonna
and in the end,
banish from
I ran
this
straight
match?
into mine.
Please, Wolfie.
But you'll get it when you're older.
No, I won't.
For a tank.
I never give up, sir. I'll die before I get it.
I'll tell you what kind of man I really am. I have no strength, but I want it all. I have no knowledge, but all I do is dream. There's nothing I can do, but I
Nice.
struggle in vain.
Now I don't really care what's spawning, so you guys can choose.
I've always been the weakest.
I
For it
guess.
at every turn. But I still try as hard as I can. I wanted to be stronger.
I think I take Luna Snow.
I never could. Damn it.
I can play Hulk if I need to. Oh, yeah.
Still utterly powerless.
Why is people banning Hulk?
I can live like this and not feel ashamed. You know I'm right. I've never done a single thing worth mentioning.
Do I have no choice but to give up? No. If there's still a chance, any chance at all,
I'll never be a hero.
I'm here to finish the fight that my father began. I hope I make him proud.
Reach my damn limits.
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
I hate myself more than anyone else. I always try to get my act together, but I just end up
Most
running away
spiders
and
just climb
cowering in
walls.
fear.
I'm psionically linked to a giant robot. I win.
Okay, I'll see.
I want to be a capable individual.
Magic is
Back
not
when
to
you
be
talked about
owned,
giving up,
but to be felt.
I guess I could
you're
go.
still pretty torn up about it. Well, I guess I might have misread you. If you're okay with living the life of a quitter, then who am I to judge, right?
I got numb to it. Careless, overconfident, delusional.
Starts in 5, 4,
Thanks for the reminder.
2,
The weak always lose no matter what.
all you need
That's
to do
the
is
way
capture
it is.
the mission area. Got it? After all this time,
Give up.
it's nice to finally have some help saving
If it's
things.
painful,
They have Nemo.
why take the easy way out?
I've always
I want strength!
Good job, guys.
Clinging to a dream at my age might be pathetic. But whatever anyone here thinks about me, I'm risking everything. This whole life I've built to chase my dreams again.
You'll see the man you fell in love with become the most awesome hero you and the rest of this world have ever known.
I'll get stronger if it's the last thing I do.
You're welcome.
This is real firepower! Rocket sent the fighter is no more. I am ready to
Oh. That was down. A bad one.
There's a time of day that most people never experience. A time when the world is silent, still, and completely yours.
Clogs to clogs in 3 generations.
Enough of the excuses. Enough of the waiting. Enough of being less than you could be. 4 a.m. isn't just a time. It's a mindset. It's a symbol of choosing discomfort over ease, progress over stagnation, and greatness over mediocrity. Ask yourself this. How often have you promised yourself you'd change? How many times have you said, tomorrow I'll start? And how many of those promises have you kept? You don't need your plan. You don't need more motivation. What you need is action. Every day you have 2 choices. Evolve or repeat. Grow or stay exactly where you are. The question is, how much longer are you willing to live with the version of yourself that settles? The time to act isn't later. It isn't when things get better. It's now. 4 a.m. is a reminder that success isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the shadows. In those early hours when no one is watching. When it's just you versus you. Think of the moments that have shaped you. The ones that mattered. Were they easy? Were they comfortable? Or were they the moments you wanted to quit but didn't? That's where strength is forged. In the fire of discipline. In the struggle of pushing past your limits. Most people run from discomfort. But you're different. You understand that pain is a part of the process. Growth doesn't happen when you feel good. It happens when you're exhausted. When you're doubting yourself. When you're on the edge of breaking. And you push through anyway. What is your excuse? That you're tired? That it's too hard? That you don't have enough time? Look around you.
Should I keep going Groot or should I go Doctor Strange?
Resources is outworking you right now. And while you're hesitating, they're building the life you've been dreaming of. So tell me.
No answer.
What's stopping you?
Oh.
Is it fear?
I don't like that.
Or is it the story you've been telling yourself about why you can't? 4 a.m.
isn't a time for excuses. It's the hour of clarity. The hour when you face your weaknesses head on. It's the moment you realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to pick you up, fix your problems, or hand you success. That's your job. Let me tell you something. It's going to hurt. It's going to test you. You'll have days when you question why you even started. Days when you want to quit.
The battle starts in 5.
But remember this.
4, 3,
the pain of discipline
2,
is temporary.
1.
The pain of regret
You have to
lasts
stop that
forever.
from securing the
4
mission
a.m.
area.
is where champions are made. It's where you outwork, outlast, and outfight everyone who's still sleeping. It's not about being better than them. It's about being better than you were yesterday. When you look back at your life, what will you see? A series of half-finished plans, abandoned dreams, and excuses. Or a legacy of discipline, grit, and relentless effort. You have one life, one shot to create something extraordinary. Are you going to waste it on distractions? Or are you going to use it to build the person you need to be? This isn't just about waking up early. It's about waking up to the truth. The truth that
Guys,
no one else
healing.
cares about your dreams than you do.
What the hell happened?
The truth that the life you want isn't going to fall into your lap. It's built brick by brick, moment by moment, with every choice you make. It starts here now. So what are you waiting for? Another excuse.
What happens to the healing, guys?
While you're hesitating, someone else is putting in the work. Someone
Bind
else
us,
is
I
earning
guess.
the life you want. Stop waiting. Start doing. Wake up. Show up. Do what needs to be done, no matter how long it takes. No one remembers the person who almost made it. No one admires the person who gave up. Pain. The ones who chose the even
Thanks so much.
4 a.m. isn't just a time. It's a sense
Okay,
of
guys,
everything
group
you
up,
could become
group up.
if you stopped holding yourself back. It's the moment when you decide to stop being average and start becoming unstoppable. It's not going to be easy. But then again,
You need to stop
nothing
that
worth
vehicle
having
in
ever
its
is.
tracks.
So get up. Face the discomfort.
Stop lagging them, bro.
And prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. The choice is yours. Rise or regret. The decision's made. The alarm buzzes. And you either rise or you don't. It seems so simple, doesn't it? Your decision goes into everything. It's not about waking up early. It's about waking up to your potential. About this. While the world is still
Nice.
asleep,
Good
the
job.
streets are silent. There's a space. A sacred space. It's the space where dreams collide with action. Where the weak fall and the strong prepare. See, the 4 a.m. mindset isn't about the clock. It's about the hunger. The relentless pursuit of something more. It's the refusal to accept mediocrity.
Judge, jury, executioner!
They hesitate. They tell themselves tomorrow will start. But tomorrow is alive. Every second you waste, someone else is grinding. Someone else is pushing harder. And that's the person who's going to outwork you, outlast you, outshine you.
You say that?
Decide right now that you won't let that happen. Picture this. It's dark. The world
Hansus.
and you're standing
Or
in front of
whatever
a
your
mirror,
name is.
staring at the only competition you'll ever truly face. Yourself. That reflection will question you, challenge you. It will ask, are you serious about this? Or are you just pretending? Because pretending won't get you anywhere. Pretending won't change your life. What changes your life is the willingness to do the hard things, the painful things, the things most people avoid, the things that hurt. You want change. Lift heavier. You want focus. Shut out the distractions. You want to win. Get ready to lose 100 times first. Because success doesn't come
I have my
with
ult soon.
It comes wrapped in
I have mine as well.
sweat and sacrifice. Every rep
We agree if we use ours together, we can get the whole team. Send me know when you can use it and I'll play with you.
That's the process. It's your guide. It's the proof that you're moving forward. Most people can run from pain. They numb it, they escape it. But what they don't realize when no one is watching. You're answering that call. You're becoming something more. You're becoming the person who doesn't quit. The person who doesn't back down. The person who wins. Let me tell you this. If you can conquer the mornings, you can conquer anything. Mornings where discipline is forged, where champions are built. And discipline, that's the foundation of everything. Without discipline, without discipline, goals are just wishes. You become unstoppable.
Only 60 seconds left.
Think about where you want to be. And ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to sacrifice? So the question is, are you ready to earn it? Show up, fight for what you want. As the clock is ticking, it isn't waiting for you. This is your moment. This is your time. Waste it. Rise. And become the person you were always meant to be. The world needs that person. The choice is yours. You can stay the same. Comfortable. Stagnant. Step into the fire. Burn away the excuses, the doubts, the weakness. Because deep inside, you already know the truth. No one's going to save you. No one's going to do it for you. You're all you've got. And that's all you need. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating.
Be strong together.
Take what's yours. And never, ever look back. The world is waiting. Show them who you are.
Your powers are mine!
Us against the world! Disappear! A nice deep freeze.
Good up, guys. Good up.
They don't because they're afraid of the answer. Because the answer is simple. You can. You always could. You were just too scared to believe it. You're stuck. You've been stuck for years, haven't you? Every day feels the same. Wake up. Go through the motions. Fall asleep. Knowing deep down you're wasting time. Wasting potential. Wasting your life. And yet, you do nothing. Why? Because you've convinced yourself that this mediocrity you're drowning in is all you deserve. That this is all there is for you. But what if it's not? What if the life you dream about isn't some far-off fantasy? What if it's waiting for you on the other side of fear? Be that guy. You know the one. The guy who walks into a room and everyone notices. Not because of his clothes or his car or his bank account, but because of his energy, his presence. He doesn't speak often, but when he does, every word lands like a hammer. He doesn't waste time. He doesn't chase validation. He's focused, relentless, and unstoppable. You look at him and you think, I could never be like that. But why not? What makes him so different from you? He's not smarter than you. He's not stronger. He's not special. The only difference is this. He decided to be, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Here's the truth they don't want you to know. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not destiny. It's discipline. That's it. The guy you envy, the guy you admire. He didn't start out that way. He started out just like you. Broke, insecure, afraid. But every day, he made a choice. To push a little harder, to stay a little longer, to want it a little more. And over time, those little choices added up. They always do. So stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment,
Wolfing,
the perfect
please.
plan, the perfect opportunity. They don't
For the
exist.
tanks.
The only thing that exists is
Storm
right now.
is not that good.
You don't need a
Storm is
Why,
going for the
Dr.
support.
Strange, man?
a mentor or a miracle.
Oh.
All you need is to start, to move.
Nice, I guess.
To take one small step forward, and then another, and another.
Why banning
Because
tank?
here's the thing about momentum. Once you start, it's almost impossible to stop.
But bro,
What
don't
feels
ban
impossible
Doctor.
today will feel effortless tomorrow. The weights get lighter, the runs get faster, the work
Oh
gets easier.
man, why did you do
Before
that?
you know it, you're the guy they're all looking at, the guy they're all wondering about.
Okay,
The
this
guy
will
they're
be
all
hard.
trying to be. And it all
This
started
will
with
be
you.
hard to do.
What if you can? Stand up right now. No,
I
don't
guess
just sit
I'm
there listening,
playing
imagining,
Grotan,
or nodding
cause
Get up. You're
man,
alive. You're
that was
breathing.
bad.
That means you have a responsibility to yourself and to the life you could be living. Every second you spend doubting is a second wasted. Every excuse you make is fuel to the fire that keeps you stuck. Today isn't just another day. It's the day. The day you take back control. Ever wonder why some people just seem unstoppable? It's not because they're stronger, smarter, or luckier than you. No. It's because they decided. They decided they weren't going to be another person who sits on the sidelines, watching their life pass by. They weren't going to let fear dictate their choices or let comfort kill their ambition. And you're not so different from them. The only difference is what you choose to do next. Do you hear that? It's the sound of time slipping away. That ticking clock doesn't stop for anyone. Not for your doubts, your fears, or your procrastination. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is out there taking action. Someone else is building a dream while you sit and wonder if you're good enough. Stop asking if you're ready. Stop waiting for permission. Because life
Yeah, we should have been hard.
Maximum!
So fight it. Find that voice in your head that tells you to quit. Crush it. It's that voice. That voice is in you. You know what you feel. The fear, the doubt, the endless loop of, what if I fail? It's suffocating. Fear isn't real. It's a shadow. A projection of everything.
Maximum pulse!
They only exist because of the light. You are the light. You've just forgotten how to shine. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. What do you see? Do you see someone with purpose, chasing their dreams, finding a new path? Or do you see someone filled with regret, looking back at all the chances they didn't take? The future isn't written. It's in your hands, waiting for you to shape it. So what kind of story are you going to tell? Pain is temporary. Fear is temporary. Regret lasts forever. The question is, will it be hard? Of course it will.
Oh man, this is annoying. Oh, I don't like this.
Or someone who lives them.
No, I can't do
Someone who
my
survives.
thing.
Or someone who thrives. The answer is within you. One day, you'll look back on this moment and you'll see.
supposed to win now? I don't know, man.
Can somebody play Namor?
Say that to the one. Grand Doctor Strange. Nope.
It's possible. Be the one who shows the world what happens when you stop asking, what if, and start saying, I will.
I don't really, man.
And deep down, you've always known.
I can't believe that my team is doing that to me.
Tomorrow's the excuse you keep telling yourself to avoid the hard choices today. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the same hesitating. The other.
Maximum pulse!
No one else is willing to take. The road where you face your fears, own your flaws, and fight for something greater. What are you going to choose?
I don't like this.
When was the last time you truly felt alive? Not just existing.
Whatever.
Going through the
Let's
motions,
just keep playing
but
this shit.
alive, with purpose, fire, and direction. Was it when you took a risk and won? When you stood up and refused to quit? Or was it when you proved everyone wrong, including yourself? You're capable of that feeling again. You're capable of so much more than you think. This is your life, right here, right now. And the truth is, it doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're scared. It's going to keep moving forward, with or without you. You have a choice. You can either let it pass you by, or you can grab it by the throat and say, I'm not done yet. I've still got fight left in me. Because the moment you stop waiting for permission is the moment you finally start living. So go. Do the thing they said you couldn't do. Build the life they said you couldn't have. And most importantly, become the person you always imagined you could be. You've got one shot at this. One chance to make it count. Don't waste it. Get up, take that first step, and show the world what happens when you decide to stop doing and start doing. Because what if you can?
Maximum pulse!
No, what if you can?
Only one supporter now, care.
Okay, maybe we win this. I don't know, man. I can see, not believe what you guys said to me.
That weight, pressing down on your soul, whispering lies into your mind. It's too much. You're not enough.
Come on, guys.
It grows louder in the silence, feeding on your fears, binding you in chains you cannot see. And yet, here you are. The world doesn't want you to hear that voice. It wants you to stay numb, to keep living in the shadows of your failures. They've built a system designed to bury you alive under your own doubts. But you weren't made to break. Not yet. Not now. You've seen darkness. You've tasted defeat. And still, you're here. That's the part they don't understand. Pain didn't destroy you. It shaped you. Every scar you carry is a reminder that you endured what should have killed you. So now, you have a choice. Let that pain define you, or let it become your weapon. The weak blame the world for their suffering. They cry, they complain, they wait for someone to save them. But not you. You've learned the truth. No one is coming. There's no rescue, no easy way out. There's just you, and the fire inside you that refuses to die. What you're feeling right now, that ache in your chest, the weight of your regrets, the fear of failing again, that's a power waiting to be
30 seconds
unleashed.
before you attack.
It's the
Get
energy
ready.
the universe gives you when it wants to see if you're worthy of what you desire.
You cannot save
Most people, they waste it. But you're different, aren't you? Stand up, face the storm, fight with everything you have, not because it's easy, but because you have no choice. This life will crush the weak, but for those who refuse to give in, it becomes their proving ground. You are here to prove them wrong, to show the world that no amount of pain can break someone who has decided they will rise. So here's the truth. You will fall again. You will fail, and it will hurt. But every time you rise, you take one step closer to becoming unstoppable. They will fear you. They will envy you. And when the dust settles, you will stand alone, not as a survivor, but as a conqueror. Remember this, the world doesn't give you permission to win. You take it. Enough waiting. Enough excuses. Enough living in the shadows of your own potentials. You've spent too much time hiding behind. Maybe tomorrow.
How are
when I'm
you
ready.
supposed to do
Stop.
this?
Listen
I
to
know,
me.
man.
There is no ready. There is no perfect moment. The pain you feel, the doubt in your mind, that's not your enemy.
And Penny
It's your
Parker
signal. It's
on
time.
attack, and
Think
I
the
don't
storm
know.
cares about your fears? Do you think life will pause because you're scared? It won't. It never has. And it never will. So stop waiting for life to get easier. It won't. What you need to do is harder. You need to get stronger.
Let's hope those goats are
Do you
ready
hear
to
it?
go.
That silence before the storm? That's the moment most people give up. That's when they quit, when the weight feels too much, when they decide the pain isn't worth it. But you're not most people. Are you? No. You were born for this. That silence.
Well, like our
It's your
supports are
signal. It's
needing
time
help.
to step forward, to take what's yours, to rise above the noise and the doubt. You are not here to survive. You are here to conquer, to dominate, to bend the world to your will. But it will not happen if you stay on your knees. Get up. Pick up your sword, your passion, your drive, your purpose, and fight. Fight for what matters. Fight for who you want to become. Fight, because every second you waste, someone else is getting ahead. They're taking what could have been yours because they were willing to suffer while you hesitated. Look in the mirror. Do you see a winner? Do you see someone who deserves their dreams? Or do you see a coward, afraid to step into the unknown? Be honest with yourself, because until you confront that reflection, nothing will change. You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself.
Jury, executioner!
You've suffered, you've been broken, you've faced rejection and failure. So why stop now? You've already paid the price in blood and tears. Don't let that pain go to waste. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you survived the worst. And now it's time to rise hard. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now.
I grew up
Take
taking
the first
too
step.
much
It
damage.
doesn't matter if you
I mean,
stumble.
it's the same with
It
Bull,
doesn't
but
matter if
yeah.
you fall.
I think we need to
Is that you keep going. Drag
swap
yourself
over
forward
Loki and
if you have to. But don't you dare stop.
take Cloak Dagger.
Every time you hesitate, every time you stop yourself, you're feeding the monster inside you. That monster thrives on fear, on doubt, on every excuse you make. And the more you feed it, the stronger it gets, until one day it controls you completely. But here's the secret. You built that monster. You gave it power. And now it's time to destroy it. Rip it apart piece by piece. You have that strength, but only if you're willing to face the truth of what you've become. Do it now. Tear off the mask. Look at the parts of yourself you've been too afraid to face. The laziness, the fear, the comfort. Those are the chains holding you back, and they won't break.
I switched to Groot if you take
You have
this.
to shatter them with your own hands. How long are you going to lie to yourself? How long will you keep saying, tomorrow I'll start? Do you even believe that anymore?
Keep up the momentum.
Or have you become so used to your own excuses that they feel like the truth? Answer me
This is
right now. Say it out loud. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? Speak the truth, even if it burns. Because until you admit it, you will stay trapped in this cycle forever. But you're not going to stay there, are you? No, not anymore. You're going to stand up,
All day. All day.
rewrite the story. This is the moment everything changes. You've been waiting for a sign. Here it is. You've been waiting for permission. You don't need it. You've been waiting for the pain to end. It won't. So make it worth something. Every scar you've earned, every failure, every moment you've hit the ground, those are not weaknesses. They are weapons. Use them.
Guys, can we stop staggering?
Let them remind you of what you've survived.
I don't think
and
this
what
will
you're
work,
capable
guys.
of. Close your eyes. Picture the version of yourself you've always wanted to be. Strong, unstoppable, fearless. Now open your eyes. That version of you, it's not a dream. It's waiting. Waiting for you to rise. Waiting for you to take action. Waiting for you to believe in it enough to fight for it. But belief isn't enough. Dreams are nothing without action. You can hope, you can wish, you can plan, but until you move, nothing will change. Get up. Now.
Brother,
not later. Not when
swap
it's
of look,
convenient.
dude.
Not when it's easy. Now.
Bucky hard counters you.
Embrace the struggle. Laugh in the face of your doubts and fears, because they don't own you. You've been in the shadows long enough. It's time to step into the light. Not because it's easy, but because it's who you are. A fighter, a survivor, a conqueror. You will rise, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Now this is your time. Prove it.
Nur eine Hardcard ist immer so. Rocket low.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Can you fucking heal me, Loki? Oh my god.
Oh man, why did you do that?
Only one supporter now.
It's about daily victories. Wake up, make your bed, drink water, and attack the first task. One win brings it. It's like a snowball, small at first, but unstoppable as it grows. Stop focusing on progress. Focus on consistency. A little progress every day adds up to massive results. Don't stop. Keep moving. You're not alone in this fight. Countless people have faced the same struggles, but they didn't give up. They chose to act, to push through, to succeed. Take Thomas Edison. He failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Did he procrastinate? No. He showed up every day. That's the mindset you need. If they can do it, so can you. But only if you choose to start. Right now, greatness isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's earned by those who refuse to give up. Imagine the life you want. The strength, the freedom, the pride. It's all waiting for you. But only if you stop delaying and start creating. Procrastination doesn't just delay your dreams. It kills them. Choose greatness. Choose action. Because every second you waste is a second you'll wish you had back. This is it.
Oh man,
your time.
can we do it at least?
No more waiting for motivation. No more wishing things were easy. Take control. Do it scared.
Open your eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
Because the only way to conquer procrastination is to act now. Get up. Write that plan. Start that project.
Who am I gonna banish
Push
from
through
this
the
match?
excuses and take the first step towards
Please,
the life you've always
Wolfie.
dreamed of. The time is now.
Wolfie for the tanks.
Is you. This moment, right here, is your defining moment. Not tomorrow.
Okay, Wolfie this time, please.
Right now. This is where you decide. Are you going to stay the same, stuck in that cycle of excuses and regret? Or are you going to rise? The life you dreamed of isn't going to build itself. Every great success story starts with a single decision. The decision to begin. It's not
Yeah,
about having
this is good. This is good.
It's about taking that first step.
Pick your hero.
Even
Or
when you're
villain. I'm
unsure.
not judging.
Even when you're scared. Because progress is built on imperfect action, not perfection. Every time you delay, you hand over your power. Stop waiting for the stars to align. They won't. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity. It doesn't exist. The only thing that's real is this moment. And in this moment, you have two choices. Step forward and claim your future. Or stay back and watch it slip away. This isn't just about fighting procrastination. It's about reclaiming your life. Imagine a year
30
from
seconds
now
before you attack.
how
Get
proud
ready.
you'll be of the person you became because you made the hard choices today. Imagine waking up each day knowing you're living on purpose, crushing your goals, and inspiring others to do the same. You don't need permission. You don't need motivation. You just need to decide right here, right
The
now.
battle starts in 5.
No more procrastination.
3,
No more excuses.
2,
It's
1.
time to bet on yourself.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Stand
Got
up.
it?
Take that step. Make it happen. Your future self is waiting for you.
The enemy has arrived. Mission area is yours to capture now.
Weakness. It is the curse of this world, and I see it consuming men every day. You... Listening to me now, you are no exception. You've allowed yourself to be enslaved by your own hand. I am Groot!
Hurricane incoming! Us against the world! We are undefeatable!
Every time you indulge in masturbation,
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
your legacy. Do you even understand what you're sacrificing? You're not just wasting a moment, you're wasting you. That act of giving in, it's not harmless. It's a declaration of your own weakness, and it's a habit that is slowly breaking you. You say you want to be strong.
Track this.
You say you want to be respected.
My
Then
thanks.
why do you act like this? Why do you choose weakness over discipline? I am Groot! Let me tell you, I am Groot! Greatness is not achieved by those who live for comfort. It's achieved by those who sacrifice. Those who deny themselves the easy path. Those who fight their demons and conquer them. I am Groot!
Son of a You got them
just about physical weakness, it's about the weakness of your spirit. How can you expect to build anything? Strength,
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
You can't even control yourself. Understand this life is the first battlefield is within you. That urge is a test. Every time you get but every time you resist, every time you fight, you grow stronger.
Us against the world!
You don't have to stay like this. You don't have to be a slave.
Judge, jury, executioner!
That's how you reclaim your life. When you conquer yourself, all your changes. You'll think clearer, move faster, and feel stronger. You'll walk with confidence because you'll know you've mastered the hardest thing, your own mind. That's when you
30
become
seconds before you attack. Get ready.
That's when you become the man you're meant to be. So I ask you now, who will you be? The man who gives in to every fleeting desire, or the man who stands firm, who fights, who wins? The choice is yours. But understand this, every decision you make is either building you or destroying you.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That version of
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
energy, wasting life. He's not your ally. He's your enemy. And the only way to most importantly, be a man
Looks like the
worthy of
mission area is
respect.
yours to capture now.
Masculinity is not about how much you can lift or how loud you can shout. It's about control. Bring on the chaos! Our energy into something greater.
Nope.
Destiny. It's about shaming you. It's about waking you up. Because deep down, you know you were meant for more. Porn and masturbation are traps.
Don't go there, guys.
Flooding it with dopamine, a fleeting high that leaves you hollow. They condition you to seek cheap thrills instead of real cheap. Worse, distort your relationships, intimacy, and yourself. This isn't just about pleasure. It's about systems designed to keep you
Judge, jury, executioner!
Incoming! Us against the world!
You can break it, but it starts with recognizing the chains, the energy you waste. It's your power, your drive, your fire. Imagine what you could achieve if you directed it towards something.
They're portaling.
Instead of chasing momentary satisfaction, you could be building your strength, your skills. That's the essence of masculinity. Taking what's within you and using it to bring on the chaos. This isn't just a skill. It's your foundation. It's what separates men who thrive from those who feel
Watch me
survive.
fall!
Every time
We are undefeatable!
you're not just a
Naruto!
I got my ult, guys. Nice. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job.
Strong, confident, disciplined, and fulfilled. That man is waiting to emerge. But he won't come out alone. You have to make the choices, take the actions, and endure the struggles that will shape it. You are writing your story with every decision you make. Will it be a tale of mediocrity and regret? Or will it be a saga of triumph?
Let's go, guys! Let's go!
This is yours. But remember, every moment you delay,
Oh, man.
every time you give in, you're letting that story slip away. So rise up now and claim your legacy. Be the man you were born to be.
Okay. I could try to go some more, but I'm not sure, man. Should I? Let's see if we can find some people.
This is your year. This is the year you rise, the year you transform, the year you make your greatest comeback. A comeback isn't about luck. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about deciding right here and now that enough is enough. You're not going to let the old version of you dictate who you can become. Face the truth. Be brutally honest with yourself. What held you back last year? Was it procrastination? Fear? A lack of discipline? Write it down. Acknowledge it. Because you can't fix what you refuse to face. Build unshakable habits. Discipline beats motivation every time. Start small but be consistent. Whether it's waking up early, reading 10 pages a day, or hitting the gym. Brick by brick, you're laying the foundation for the strongest version of yourself. Surround yourself with greatness. Look at your circle. Are they pushing you forward or pulling you back?
Let's see if we can
cut the noise, silence the distractions, and align yourself with people and content that fuel your
Guess we
ambition.
could play some
Embrace the
free
grind.
play though.
Growth isn't supposed to be comfortable.
What do you guys say? You, the one that's watching.
But that's the price of greatness. When others quit, you push harder. When others rest, you keep going. Pain is temporary, but the comeback lasts forever. Never lose sight of your
I don't really need to watch that shit.
dream that keeps you up at night. That vision of yourself at your best. Hold on to it. Because every setback is a setup for a comeback. Let's go deeper. 2025 isn't about settling for small wins.
Oh man, that's crazy! I don't believe that we did this. Thank you for watching, man.
Think of Guts from Berserk.
Maybe I keep going. I kinda want to.
Who defies every odd thrown his way.
I kinda want.
Or think of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, who channels his grief into unwavering resolve. Your life is
Let's see what rank we have next.
This is your story. And every obstacle you face, it's not there to break you. It's there to shape you. To mold you into someone stronger. Someone unshakable. Remember this. The world isn't waiting for you to succeed. Most people won't believe in your vision until they see the results. And that's okay. Use their doubt as fuel. Let it burn inside you. Let it drive you to places they can't even imagine. And when it gets
Okay,
hard,
okay. So I will not lose points if I
every
not play
champion was once a contender who refused to give
until
up.
I get
Every hero you
here.
admire has scars, but they wear them with pride. Those scars tell a story of resilience, courage, and transformation. This year, stop apologizing for wanting more. Stop hiding from your potential.
What
Stop
should
playing
I do?
small to make others comfortable. Step into your greatness. Train harder. Study longer. Work smarter. And most importantly, believe in yourself when no one else does. You have everything you need to win inside you. The fire, the drive, the vision. It's time to unlock it. It's time to silence the excuses and crush the doubts. Because 2025 is the year you make your greatest comeback. Picture yourself at the end of this year. December 31st, 2025. The version of you who stayed disciplined. The version who didn't quit when it got tough. The version who proved to the world, and more importantly, to yourself, that you are unstoppable. No more excuses. No more waiting for the stars to align. No more playing small. A comeback isn't about luck or timing. It's about one thing. A decision. The decision that enough is enough. That you're done letting your past define you. That you're stepping into the strongest, boldest, most unstoppable version of yourself. But here's the hard truth. Comebacks don't happen in comfort. They happen in the trenches. They happen when you face the brutal reality of what's been holding you back. Was it procrastination, fear, a lack of discipline? Don't hide from it. Write it down. Acknowledge it. Own it. Because the things you refuse to face will own you. And once you face it,
Thank you, thank you. I will be back. I will do some stuff. It's not going to take too long.
Because discipline, it beats motivation every time. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline gets the job done. Start small. Read 10 pages a day. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Take that first step to the gym. Every action is a brick, and brick by brick, you're building the fortress of your greatness. Here's the truth. No one does this alone. Take a real look at the people in your life. Are they helping you move forward, or are they holding you back? It's a tough question, but it's necessary. If someone isn't aligned with where you're going, it might be time to let go. This isn't about being cruel. It's about choosing yourself. You can't afford distractions. You need people who challenge you, inspire you, and make you better. And let's not sugarcoat it. This year will test you. You'll want to quit. You'll have days where nothing seems worth it. But when that moment comes, when everything feels heavier than you think you can carry, remember why you started. Not the surface reason, the deep one. The life you're trying to build. The person you want to be. That's what will keep you going when nothing else will. The truth is, this isn't about comfort. Growth is hard. Change is uncomfortable. But the pain you feel along the way, it's temporary. The results, the life you create, that stays with you. Let's talk about what this really means. This isn't the year for small goals or easy wins. This is the year to dig deep, to stop coasting, to show yourself what's possible. Think about the people you look up to, not just fictional characters, but anyone who's overcome something incredible. What do they all have in common? It's not talent, it's not luck. It's the willingness to keep going when most people would stop. That's what separates the great from the average. And here's the thing. No one is coming to save you. No one's going to do the work for you. Most people won't believe in your vision until you prove it. And that's fine. It's not their job to believe. It's yours. Picture this. 1 year from now, you're standing in front of the mirror, looking at the person you've become. Not just someone who worked harder, but someone who grew. Someone who faced their fears, their weaknesses, and turned them into strength. Someone who didn't quit. That's what this is about. It's not about applause or validation. It's about becoming someone you can respect, someone you can trust to keep going, no matter what. This is where your story changes. This is the year you stop letting life happen to you and start making life happen for you. So, what happens now? You push. You take the step that scares you. You keep going when it's easier to stop, because every day you choose growth over comfort, you're moving closer to the life you deserve. And when this year ends, you'll look back and know you didn't hold back. You didn't waste time waiting for the right moment. You created it. This is your year. Let's make it count. But let's get real for a moment. There's nothing magical about January 1st. The calendar flipping doesn't automatically change your life. What changes your life is what you do after that flip. That's what separates this year from every other. It's not the resolutions, it's the actions. It's not the promises, it's the follow-through. The truth is, it's easy to start strong. It's easy to be excited in the beginning. But what happens in February? What happens when the excitement fades and the work feels repetitive? That's when most people quit. That's when most people settle. But not you. Not this time. You see, every day you have a choice. To show up or to shrink back. To move forward or to stay still. To build the life you want or to accept the one you have. Those choices, they're small, but they add up. Over time, they define you. And if you're thinking, what if I fail? Let me tell you something. You will. You're going to stumble. You're going to fall. You're going to have days where you wonder if it's even worth it. But failure isn't the enemy. Giving up is. Failure is a step. It's information. It's proof that you're in the game. You learn from it, you adjust, and then you try again. That's how growth works. That's how progress is made. Not by avoiding failure, but by using it to fuel your next move. Let's be honest about what holds us back. Fear. Fear of failing, fear of looking foolish, fear of wasting time. But let me ask you this. What's scarier? Trying and failing or staying exactly where you are? A year from now, do you want to be in the same place, with the same excuses, feeling the same frustrations? Or do you want to be someone who tried, who risked, who grew? Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Success isn't glamorous. It's not shiny or Instagram worthy most of the time. It's messy. It's hard. It's showing up on the days when no one's cheering you on. It's doing the work when no one's watching. But here's the payoff. The quiet confidence of knowing you did what you said you'd do. The strength that comes from keeping promises to yourself. The pride of knowing you earned every inch of progress. So, let me ask you, what does that future version of you need from you right now? What habits? What sacrifices? What mindset? You have the power to create that version, one decision at a time. And here's another truth. You don't have to get it all right. Perfection isn't the goal. Consistency is. Some days you'll crush it. Other days, just showing up will be a win. But as long as you keep moving forward, you're winning. I want you to think about this next year as a blank canvas. You're the artist. Every day, you get to add a stroke. Some days it'll be messy, others it'll be beautiful. But at the end of the year, when you step back, you'll see the masterpiece you created. So, where do you start? You start where you are. You start with what you have. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need permission. You just need to take the first step. And as the clock ticks toward midnight tonight, I want you to make a promise. Not to anyone else, but to yourself. Promise to keep going, even when it's hard. Promise to bet on yourself. even when the odds feel stacked against you. Promise to make this year the one where everything changes. Not because it's easy, but because you're ready to do the work. This is your time. Your story isn't over. It's just getting started. Let's make it unforgettable. Let me ask you something. What kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to stay stuck in the same routines, letting your potential slip away? Or do you want to break free, push past your limits, and create a life that makes you proud? Most people dream big, but stop there. They never take the action needed to turn those dreams into reality. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or some magical sign. But here's the truth. There's no such thing as the perfect time. Every second you wait is a second you'll never get back. And while you're hesitating, someone else out there is grinding, pushing, and building the life they want. The question is, will you step up? Or will you let time keep slipping through your fingers? Let's talk about what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Let me be real with you. We all get 24 hours in a day, just like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and that person you look up to. What are you doing with your 24 hours? You see, the 1% don't waste their time. They don't let distractions pull them away from their goals. They don't spend hours scrolling through social media. They don't get lost in pointless gossip. They know what they want, and they're willing to put in the work every single day. Most people think success is about talent or luck. They think the 1% were born with something special, something others just don't have. But let me tell you the truth. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's not about being the most talented. It's about consistency. The 1% mindset is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work when nobody is watching, when nobody is applauding, and when nobody even believes in you. It's easy to put in the work when things are going well.
I think I'm going to do this.
But can you keep
that
pushing when the obstacles come?
I
Can
might
you keep
play
going when
more
the setbacks
tomorrow.
hit? That's the difference.
Or maybe today
Success
later,
isn't
but
for the chosen few.
not right
It's
now.
for the consistent few. The question is, will you be one of them?
When you don't sacrifice, your dream becomes the
So
sacrifice.
I was thinking that
Every choice you make,
we
every action
could
you take, leads you closer to one path and further from another. So
do
I ask
that
you, what are
and
you willing
look
to give up
if we
to
find
live the life you truly
something
desire? Most people let the weight of fear
fun
and doubt
to
keep them
play.
chained. They cling to comfort, to safety, and as a result, they watch their dreams slip away, one ordinary day at a time. In a world where the majority follow the crowd, 2025 is your year to break free.
What is this?
It's time to leave the 99% behind and step into the extraordinary life you are meant to live.
The 99% are comfortable. They settle for the ordinary, the
Uh,
predictable, the safe.
I don't think
they
so.
live their lives chained by routine. But deep down, you know there's more.
No, this
You
looks
feel it,
like a
don't you?
shit game too.
That fire in your chest, that desire to break free. You have dreams, ambitions.
I don't
Don't
have
let them die
AI,
in the
so I
prison
can't
of
do
comfort.
this.
I was born with nothing, no magic,
Gamle
no special
salen.
talent, and yet I refuse to let the world decide my fate. You don't need to be the strongest or the smartest.
Okay.
What you
I don't
need is
think
a
so.
heart that never gives up. The 1%, they don't wait for perfect moments. They create them. Do you want to know what makes the 1% different? They believe in themselves when no one else does. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They take action. It's scary, yes. You'll stumble, you'll fall, but every failure is just proof that you're moving forward.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If you're surrounded by people who laugh at your dreams, then you're with the wrong people. Find those who push you, who challenge you, who make you better.
It's a free
The
game.
1% don't walk alone. They build
I
a
don't
circle
know,
of
you
warriors
guys
who
seem
fight
to not
alongside
like
them.
it.
There's no room for hesitation.
Why
at the
do I
edge.
only find
You
the
wanna
shit
know
games
why
here?
most people never make it? Because
No.
they're too afraid to jump, too afraid of pain, of failure, of the unknown. But you, if you want to leave the 99% behind, you must leap. Face the struggle head on, because that's where true growth lies.
Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Find those who believe
Is
in your
this
vision,
like
who will push you when you want to
GTA?
stop.
Oh, I
Together,
guess. I don't
you
know.
can climb mountains that the 99% never even dare to face.
I will eat
Remember,
a little bit.
success isn't a solo journey.
Weakness is a disease. It spreads when you let comfort dictate your life. Most people live their lives avoiding pain, avoiding struggle. But that's where power is born. Strength comes from embracing the storm, from choosing the hard path over the easy one. Pain is a constant companion, but instead of fearing it, you must embrace it. Let it mold you, let it harden you. The 99% run from pain. They let it break them. But the 1%, they rise. Every scar tells a story of survival. Will you let yours tell the story of someone who never quit? The 99% live in a fantasy, dreaming but never acting. They blame the world, their circumstances, their past. But the 1%, we don't make excuses. We take control. The world doesn't reward talk. It rewards action. Every victory is earned through sacrifice. Ask yourself, are you ready to earn yours?
Do you know why the 99% will never be great? They stop when it gets hard. They quit when the fire gets too hot. Weaklings. If you want to rise above, you must embrace the pain. Every drop of sweat, every moment of struggle. That's what it takes to build an unshakable will. This year, don't just aim for comfort. Aim to dominate. Show the world what you're made of.
2025 is your moment. A chance to rise, to become something greater. But it won't come easy. The path is steep, and the challenges are real.
Crazy.
Yet every step you take away from the ordinary brings you closer to greatness. This year, don't just set goals, shatter limits.
The journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. So step forward, embrace the grind, leave the 99% behind, and claim the life that's waiting for you. You have what it takes. You always have. Now it's time to show the world.
Most people set goals, but lack the discipline to follow through. They rely on fleeting motivation. That's why they fail. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. You need the ability to show up every day, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. That's what separates the strong from the weak.
Some people.
The 99% quit the moment they feel discomfort. That's why they stay ordinary. But you, if you want to leave them behind, you must train not just your body, but your mind. Break through the walls that hold you back. Dominate the pain. Conquer the doubt. Only then will you discover your true power.
Everyone gets motivated on special days. The new year, birthdays, milestones. But let me tell you something. Those days are not your starting line. They're just dates on a calendar, markers of time. What really matters is what you do in the ordinary, uneventful days when no one is watching.
Setbacks will happen. You might fall behind, mess up, or feel like you're stuck in the same place. But hear me out. You're not stuck. You're learning. Every setback is a push forward if you let it be. The mistake isn't falling. It's staying down.
To those who had a rough year, hear this loud and clear. You're not late. Life doesn't have deadlines for greatness. Whether it's January 1st, July 1st, or December 31st, every single day is your chance to rewrite your story. You don't need a date to start. You need a decision.
Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for motivation to knock on your door. Every action you take, no matter how small, is a step toward a future you're building. And when others doubt you, or even when you doubt yourself, remember, you're not competing with anyone else. The only fight that matters is the one against who you were yesterday.
This year, don't chase the big moments. Build them day by day with consistency, grit, and relentless focus. Make every silent step count. By the time 2025 rolls around, you won't just look back on a year. You'll look back on a transformation. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Just start.
If I can't get through this, then I'll never become the Wizard King. Right here. Right now. I'm going to push past my limits! Give up? There was a time in my life when I might have given up, but that's all behind me now! Don't ever give up. Even if it's painful, even if it's agonizing, don't try to take the easy way out. I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps. His pride!
Clinging to a dream at my age might be pathetic. But whatever anyone here thinks about me, I'm risking everything. This whole life I've built to chase my dreams again!
Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Sorry, Ichigo, but I'm pretty sure this one is necessary. Everyone here, every one of my comrades put their lives on the line. I won't be the only one trying to save his own skin!
Pain, suffering, the cost of victory. It's all part of the journey. You can either let life crush you under its weight, or you can stand up and make it your own. I didn't become who I am by staying safe, by running from fear. If you want a story worth telling, you have to put everything on the line.
There's a price to everything worth having. And sometimes, to achieve freedom, you have to destroy everything that holds you back.
You think you're safe by staying in your comfort zone? You're not. The world doesn't care about your excuses, and neither do the challenges ahead. Each step into the unknown is a test. A test to see if you're ready. A test to see if you're worthy of the power, the success, the life you say you want. Every dungeon I faced, every enemy stronger than me. I stepped forward not knowing if I'd survive. But I knew one thing. If I stayed still, I'd be the same. If you want to grow, you must risk destruction. You must embrace the pain, the failure, the possibility of losing everything. Because that's where power is born.
You're afraid, aren't you? Of what could happen, of what you might lose. I get it. I was afraid too. Afraid of the pain, of being alone, fighting battles battles I couldn't win, but I learned something in the chaos. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your fuel. Every step I've taken, every swing of this blade, it's been a risk. I've walked into battles knowing I could die. But do you know what's worse than dying? Never living at all. You want a story worth telling? Then you have to face the darkness. Walk into the unknown. Bleed for what you believe in. Because the world doesn't remember the ones who stayed safe. It remembers the ones who risked everything and fought like hell.
Born with nothing, so what? I didn't let that stop me. I took every chance, fought every fight, and refused to back down. Because no one else is going to write your story for you. You think the risks are too big? Good. That means they're worth it. You're going to fall. You're going to fail. But every time you get back up, you're stronger. And every time you push forward, you're closer to the person you're meant to be. It's not about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go.
Every decision I made, every risk I took, do you think it was easy? The choices that matter most are never easy. I risked everything. My name, my future, my family, for the greater purpose I believed in. The path of risk is not a straight line. It's a labyrinth of sacrifice, pain,
What do you mean,
and loneliness. But that's what makes it meaningful. The world will try to chain you with fear.
What do you mean?
But listen to me. Fear is not your master. It's a test. A test to see if you're worthy
My
of
last
writing your own
pancakes.
story. Do you want to live in the shadow of what could have been? Or do you want to create something eternal? Take the risk. Write a story that even death cannot erase.
Weaklings cling to safety, fools cling to comfort. But warriors, we live for the fight. Every battle I've fought, every risk I've taken, it's brought me closer to the top. You want to stay in the shadows and hope for greatness.
What is it? Wait.
That's not how it works.
Is that a
You
game?
have to charge into the fire, knowing you might not come out the same. You think risks make you vulnerable? No. They make you unstoppable. Because every time you rise from failure, you become stronger than the person you were. This world doesn't reward
I don't have that
the
game.
weak.
And I was more looking for free games.
If you want your name to
This
mean
is
something,
not free.
take the damn risk.
Scared of losing, scared of not being
I
enough.
could buy it,
I've been
but
there too. But
I
let me
don't
tell you
know.
something. Every time I face
What
someone
is this
stronger,
game about
someone who
anyway?
could crush me, I smile. Why? Because risk
It's
is the only
scary.
way to grow. You can stay where you are, comfortable and safe, or you can push past your limits. Take the leap. Fight the fight. Even if you lose, even if you fall, you'll come back stronger. Remember, greatness doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from risking everything. and giving
I
it
don't
your
know,
all.
man.
Let me tell you something about winning. It doesn't care about your feelings.
I don't think
It
so.
doesn't care if you're tired, if you're hurt, or if the odds are stacked against you. Winning is brutal.
I was looking for something free, so if you got some a game that is free that I can play,
I've been
maybe.
at the bottom, broken, abandoned, betrayed. The world tried to bury
And
me.
not this,
But I
because
didn't
this
stay
game
down,
sucks.
Because winners don't stay down. They rise. They fight. They bleed. Winning isn't handed to you. You rip it from the jaws of defeat with your bare hands.
You think you're entitled to victory. You think it's just going to come to you because you want it. Let me make one thing clear. A winner's mentality
What is
doesn't
this?
accept mediocrity. It doesn't settle for second place. I've fought against gods, against beings who could destroy entire worlds with a single move. And every time I stood tall because I refused to let anyone surpass me. A winner's mentality isn't just about strength. It's about never being satisfied. Always striving. Always growing.
I don't
The
think
moment you
so.
think you've done enough, you've already lost.
I have
didn't have
tried it
magic.
once
I
and
didn't
I
have
did
talent.
not like
I
it.
had nothing.
Hey,
I had
what
a dream,
is this?
and I'll tell you this. A winner's mentality
Freestyle.
isn't about where you start. It's about where you end. When they told me I couldn't do it, I worked harder. When they said I'd fail, I fought harder.
What is this?
When my body screamed at me to stop, I kept going. Because that's what winners do.
Wait, do I need
They don't let their circumstances define them. They make their own destiny.
A winner's mentality isn't loud. It's quiet. It's disciplined. It's knowing when to act and when to wait. To win, you must make sacrifices. You must let go of your fears, your doubts, your need for approval. Winning isn't about showing off. It's about having the strength to walk a path others can't see. A path that's hard, lonely, and filled with pain. But at the end of that path lies something far greater than comfort. Purpose.
Do you know what separates winners from everyone else? It's not power. It's not talent. It's mindset. A winner sees every challenge as an opportunity, every setback as a stepping stone, every failure as a lesson. When I was weak, I didn't avoid danger. I ran toward it. I risked everything, knowing that the only way to grow was to face what scared me the most. A winner's mentality isn't afraid of risk. It thrives on it.
And winning isn't about being perfect. It's about trying again and again, no matter how many times you fall. I've lost more battles than I can count. I've been beaten, bruised, and knocked down. But every time I got back up. Why? Because I love the fight. I love the challenge. A winner's mentality isn't just about reaching the top. It's about enjoying the journey. About pushing yourself further than you ever thought possible. You can't win if you're afraid to lose. People always ask me, Goku, how do you keep going? How do you fight enemies who are so much stronger than you? The truth is, I don't think about how strong they are. I think about how strong I could become. Every battle is a chance to grow. Every defeat is an opportunity to learn. That's what makes me excited. The possibility of becoming better than I was yesterday. You see, winners don't focus on the obstacles. They focus on the possibilities. They focus on the fight itself. But don't misunderstand me. Winning isn't just about wanting it. It's about doing the work. It's about pushing yourself harder when no one's watching. When no one's cheering you on. You have to love the grind. You have to love the process. That's what makes the victory worth it.
He's right. There were so many times I could have given up. So many times when it felt impossible. But every time, I told myself, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. A winner's mentality means you never stop believing in yourself, even when the odds are against you, even when everyone else has already counted you out. Because the truth is, the moment you stop believing in yourself, you've already lost.
Belief is important, yes, but belief alone isn't enough. It's not some magical force that will carry you to the finish line.
Now we can look for
you have to prove yourself
or
to yourself every day, every moment. Ask yourself, did you push as hard as you could today? Did you give it your all? Or did you let excuses hold you back?
Don't forget to
Winners
look into
don't
this
tolerate
man.
excuses. Winners don't allow weakness, they crush it.
The path of a winner isn't easy. It's dark, lonely, and full of pain. There will be days when you question yourself. Days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But let me tell you this. Every time you choose to move forward, every time you choose to fight instead of giving up, you grow stronger. Strength isn't given, it's earned. You can't buy it. You can't borrow it. You have to fight for it.
And sometimes, that fight isn't just external. The hardest battles are the ones you fight within yourself. Doubt, fear, regret, they're your true enemies. They're the shadows that try to consume you. But here's the thing. You're stronger than those shadows. A winner's mentality means understanding that every struggle, every sacrifice, every moment of pain, it's all shaping you into the person you're meant to become.
Exactly! And don't forget, winning isn't just about you. It's about the people who look up to you. It's about inspiring them, lifting them up, and showing them what's possible. When you push yourself to be better, you're not just winning for yourself. You're paving the way for others to follow. A true winner doesn't just win the fight, they change the game.
Shh. Don't get sentimental on me, Kakarot. Winning is about domination. It's about proving beyond any doubt that you're the best. You have to wake up every day with fire in your heart, ready to crush your weaknesses and conquer your limits. No one is going to hand you victory. You have to take it. You have to claim it.
And you know what? Even when it feels like you've hit a wall, even when it feels like you can't go any further, you can. You just have to believe it, and then you have to prove it. Because that's what makes you a winner. Not the trophies, not the titles, but the fact that you never gave up. Not once.
Winners don't stop when it's hard. They keep going.
Winners don't wait for opportunities. They create them.
Winners don't fear failure. They use it to grow.
Do you hear that? The sound of your heartbeat. The rhythm of life reminding you that you're still here. Still breathing. Still capable. But time doesn't stop. It doesn't wait for you to gather your courage or to make up your mind. It moves forward, relentless, unforgiving. You've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for the fear to fade, for the odds to align, for the world to tell you, now's the time. But let me tell you the truth. There is no perfect moment. It's now or never. The world isn't going to hand you what you want. It's going to test you, beat you down, and laugh while you're on your knees. And you can either stay there, defeated, or you can rise. Every second you hesitate, someone else is moving ahead. Every excuse you make is another chain you wrap around yourself. You think you're waiting for the right time? No. You're stalling because you're afraid. Afraid to fail. Afraid to be seen as weak. But let me tell you something. Weakness isn't falling. Weakness is staying down when you have the strength to stand. I've been there. I've felt the fear, the doubt, the weight of the world pressing down on my shoulders. But fear, doubt, pain, they're not your enemies. They're your allies. They remind you that you're alive, that you're fighting for something that matters. The clock is ticking. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. So stop waiting. Stop dreaming about what could be. Take action. Take the risk.
Wait.
Because greatness isn't born from
It's
comfort.
not time for
It's
that.
forged in fire, in struggle, in the moments
did I
when you
miss
decide that
something?
nothing, not fear, not pain, not failure, will stop you. You want to change your life? You want to break free from the chains that hold you down? Then this is it. It's now or never. Not tomorrow, not someday now.
Hello.
You have one life.
What
One
are you
chance
guys
to
doing?
rise above the noise, the doubt, the fear. One shot to prove to yourself that you're more than they said you'd ever be. So make it count. Stand tall. Fight hard. And when the world looks at you and says, you can't, show them that you can. You think this world owes you something? It doesn't. It's cruel, ruthless, and it'll chew you up if you let it. But you're not here to ask for handouts. You're here to take what's yours.
When I started, I wasn't special. I wasn't chosen. I was just like you. Filled with doubt, crushed by expectations, drowning in the noise of others telling me who I should be. But I refused to listen. I silenced the noise. I made my own path. They'll tell you to stay in your place, to follow the rules, to accept what's been given. But rules are for the weak. For those too afraid to step out of line, too scared to take risks. You're not weak. You're not here to follow their script. Every time you doubt yourself, remember this. The strongest don't wait for permission. They don't beg for opportunities. They create them. And if that means breaking the mold, defying expectations, or standing alone, so be it. When you walk this path, you'll face resistance. People will mock you, doubt you, call you every name they can think of. But their words, they're nothing but air. They can't stop you unless you let them. The truth is, the world fears those who don't conform. Those who stand up, fight back, and say, I will not settle. Be that person. Be the one they can't ignore. This isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about proving to yourself every single day that you have what it takes. You're not here to live a mediocre life. You're here to push boundaries, to rise, to dominate. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for someone else to show you the way. You already have everything you need. It's now or never. Make your move, take your stand, and let the world see what happens when someone with true resolve refuses to back down. Do you hear that? That's silence. That's the world waiting for someone bold enough to make the first move. But most people, they're too scared. They're paralyzed by what ifs and maybes. They'd rather stay in the shadows, where it's safe. I've been there. I felt the weight of being ignored, overlooked, underestimated. I felt the fire of wanting more, knowing I was capable of it, and yet being told to stay in my place. But I didn't listen, and neither should you. Here's the truth they won't tell you. Fear isn't there to stop you. It's there to test you. You're afraid? Good. That means you're on the edge of something big. They'll tell you to play it safe, to be careful. But safe never built legends. Safe never forged champions. You want to rise? Then you need to step into the fire. Feel it. Let it burn away the weakness. You'll fall. You'll fail. You'll hit the ground so hard you'll wonder if it's even worth getting up. And in that moment, you'll have a choice. Stay down and prove them right. Or rise up and prove yourself right. You don't need permission to be great. You don't need approval to chase what's yours. The world will never hand you anything. So take it. Step forward. Not tomorrow, not later. Now. I'm not here to tell you it'll be easy. It won't. But if it were easy, everyone would do it. And you're not like everyone.
So, how are everyone?
The guts to stand alone. The fire to keep going when no one's watching. The strength to break every limit they set for you. This isn't just about winning. It's about transformation. About becoming the kind of person who doesn't just survive the fight, but owns it. Every choice you make, every risk you take, they're shaping you. They're creating a version of you even the world won't be able to ignore. It's now or never. You either take your shot, or you spend your life wishing you had. Make the choice. Take the leap. And show them all what happens when someone with real resolve steps into the arena. This is the reality no one tells you. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, it will never come. The world won't stop spinning because you're unsure. It won't care if you're ready. The moment you hesitate, someone else is already moving ahead, grabbing the opportunity you were too scared to take. Every second you spend doubting yourself is a second lost. A second you'll never get back. And in a world like this, seconds are everything. They're the difference between victory and failure. Between being remembered and being forgotten. I didn't become who I am by waiting. I stepped forward when it hurt, when it felt impossible, when every instinct screamed at me to stop. But I kept going. Not because I had guarantees, not because I knew I'd win, but because I refused to lose. The strongest don't avoid the storm. They walk into it. They face the chaos head on because they know it's the only way to grow. Comfort never taught anyone how to fight. Safety never sharpened anyone's edge. You don't get second chances. Not in this life. You take the risks, you face the fear, and you embrace the pain, because pain is the price of transformation. And there's no growth without it. Every scar on my body is a story. A reminder of battles fought, of lessons learned. But scars aren't just marks of survival. They're proof of resilience. Proof that no matter what came at me, I stood tall. You can't wait for the right time, because the right time doesn't exist. You make it right. You create your moment. And when the world tries to stop you, you don't flinch. You don't back down. This is your shot. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because it's now or never.
You cling to weakness like a drowning man clings to a broken piece of wood. That false security, that illusion of safety, it's a lie. Weakness does not protect you, it devours you. Look at yourself. Look at the man you are today. Are you satisfied? Does he inspire respect? Or does he inspire pity? If you feel even a shred of doubt, then you know the answer. That version of yourself, the one that settles for less, that hides from challenges, that fears failure, must die. Right here, right now. Because weakness has no place in this world. You call yourself a man, prove it. Stop making excuses. Stop living in fear. A true man doesn't run from pain. He faces it head on, knowing that pain is the forge where greatness is shaped. A true man doesn't beg for power. He takes it with his own two hands. Let me ask you this. Why are you weak? Why do you falter? Weakness isn't just a lack of strength. No, it's far more insidious. It's the voice in your head that tells you to quit. It's the comfort you seek when the road gets hard. It's every moment you choose the easy path over the right path. Do you know what weakness fears the most? Discipline. Discipline destroys weakness. It strips away its excuses and leaves it with nowhere to hide. But discipline alone is not enough. You must have a purpose. A fire that burns so brightly within you that nothing, not pain, not failure, not doubt, can extinguish it. Weakness feeds on emptiness. Fill yourself with purpose and you starve it to death. It's time to act. Not tomorrow, not later. Now you have wasted enough time. Every second you spend living as this weak version of yourself is a second stolen from the man you are meant to be. Stand up, look in the mirror, and face the truth. Are you ready to kill that weak version of yourself? Then do it. Break your old habits. Silence your doubts. Take control of your mind and your body. Don't just talk about change. Be the change. When was the last time you pushed yourself to your limits? When was the last time you looked at a challenge and said, "This will not defeat me"? If you can't remember, then you are not living. You are surviving, and surviving is not enough. Power is not given. It is earned, and it comes at a cost. You think the strong are born that way? No. The strong are forged in fire. They are the ones who endure the unbearable, who face the impossible and emerge stronger for it. Strength is not just about muscles or skill. It's about willpower. The ability to stand firm when the world is against you. The ability to fight even when you are broken and beaten. But remember this, strength without purpose is meaningless. A man without a purpose is no better than a beast. So find your purpose, define it, protect it with everything you have, and let it drive you to greatness. Pain is your greatest teacher, yet you run from it. Why? Do you fear it? Do you think it will break you?
Nice.
Pain is not your enemy. It is your ally.
I guess.
It shows you your limits, and it gives you the chance to break them. Every scar on your body, every ache in your muscles, every
I
moment
just
of
hit
struggle,
Grandmaster today.
that is the price of progress. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Let it mold you. Weak men run from pain. Strong men endure it. And great men welcome it, knowing that it is the key to unlocking their true potential. So I ask you, one last time, are you ready to kill that weak version of yourself? This is not a decision you can make lightly. It is a war between the man you are and the man you want to become. And in war, there can be no mercy. You must be ruthless. Every time you feel yourself slipping, every time you hear that voice of doubt, you must crush it. You must rise above it. Weakness will not leave you willingly. It will fight. It will claw and drag you back into the abyss. But you are stronger than it. You are greater than it. Be a man, not just in words, but in actions. A man who does not falter. A man who does not quit. A man who commands respect. Not because he demands it, but because he earns it. Kill that weak version of yourself. And let the world see the man you were born to be. Mediocrity is the silent killer. It doesn't scream at you or challenge you. It whispers. It convinces you that you're doing just enough. But ask yourself, what is just enough worth in a world where only the strong survive? Being average is a betrayal of your potential. A man who settles for mediocrity has already accepted defeat. He's already bowed to the expectations of others and surrendered his dreams. Do not mistake mediocrity for safety. It is a trap, a slow poison. The longer you remain there, the harder it becomes to break free. Rise above it. Be relentless. Challenge yourself every day to push beyond what you thought possible. If you're not growing, you're dying. And I refuse to let you wither away in the shadow of what you could have been. Fear, doubt, these are the tools of weakness. They are chains designed to keep you from becoming the man you were meant to be. Fear whispers you're not ready. Doubt screams you're not enough. But these voices are liars. Do you think I was without fear? Without doubt? No. I faced them. I conquered them. Fear is nothing but a test. A challenge to see if you have the courage to move forward. And doubt is simply the lack of proof. Create the proof through your actions. The moment you let fear and doubt control you, you have lost. The weak succumb to these voices. The strong silence them. The great use them as fuel to climb higher. Face your fears. Face your doubts. Stare them down until they break. And when they do, you will understand what it means to be truly powerful. Do you want to be great? Then prepare to pay the price. Greatness demands sacrifice. It demands pain. It demands that you give up your comforts, your distractions, your excuses. It demands that you dedicate yourself completely to the path. There will be nights when you question yourself, days when the weight feels unbearable. But these moments are the crucible in which greatness is forged. Weak men complain about the cost. Strong men embrace it. They understand that nothing worth having comes easy. They understand that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, every sacrifice brings them closer to their goal. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to do what others won't? Because that is what it takes to rise above the rest. That is what it takes to be a man. You want power. then master yourself. Discipline is the foundation of all strength. Without it, you are nothing but a slave to your impulses, a prisoner of your own mind. Do you know why so many men fail? It's not because they're weak. It's because they lack control. They give in to temptation. They procrastinate. They make excuses. Discipline is the blade that cuts through weakness. It is the fire that burns away distractions. With discipline, you can achieve anything. Without it, you will achieve nothing. Build your discipline like a fortress. Make it unbreakable. Let it guide you through the storms, and you will emerge stronger every time. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It lulls you into complacency. It makes you soft. Do you think warriors of old found strength in comfort? No. They sought out hardship. They trained in the harshest conditions. They embraced the struggle because they knew it would make them stronger. If you want to be a man who commands respect, you must reject comfort. You must seek out challenges, not avoid them. Every time you push yourself into discomfort, you grow. Every time you choose the harder path, you evolve. Comfort is fleeting. Strength is eternal. Choose wisely. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning. When you fail, the weak version of yourself will beg you to quit. It will tell you that you're not good enough, that you should stop trying. But failure is not a reason to stop. It is a reason to push harder. Every great man you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is they didn't let failure define them. They used it as fuel. They learned from it. They rose stronger than before. When you fail, remember this. The only true failure is giving up. As long as you rise, you are still in the fight. As long as you rise, you are still alive. What will they say about you when you are gone? Will they remember you as a man who lived with purpose, who faced every challenge with courage? Or will they forget you, as they do with all who live mediocre lives? Your legacy is built every day, with every choice you make. Do you want to be a man who inspires, who leads, who changes the world around him? Then act like it, live like it. A weak man leaves nothing behind. A strong man leaves a legacy that echoes through the ages. Be that man. I have said all that needs to be said. Now, the decision is yours. Will you continue to live as the weak version of yourself? Or will you kill him here and now and rise as the man you were destined to be? The choice is not easy. The path is not simple. But nothing worth having ever is. Be ruthless. Be relentless. Be a man. And let the world remember your name.
Sometimes, life feels like a crowded room, but deep inside, you know, you're walking alone. This path you're on, it's yours, and yours alone. You'll find moments where nobody will understand your struggles, your vision, or the fire burning in your soul. And that's okay. Walking alone is not a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your strength. You see, the greatest transformations happen in solitude. When the noise fades, when the world turns its back, that's when you hear your true self. That's when you decide whether you'll break or rise. Solitude sharpens your focus. It strips away the distractions, revealing who you really are. There will be days when your legs tremble under the weight of your dreams. You'll question if you have what it takes to keep going. People might laugh at your failures or doubt your ambitions. But remember this, greatness is forged in struggle. When you're walking alone, every step forward is a victory. Every fall teaches you how to rise stronger. Look at the legends who inspire you. Every one of them had to endure loneliness, rejection, and pain before they reached the top. What makes you think your journey will be any different? Embrace the struggles. They're not roadblocks. They're stepping stones. When you choose to walk alone, you're choosing a path that many fear. People will question you. They'll tell you to play it safe, to stay in your lane. But you're not built for mediocrity. You're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out. Understand this. Criticism is the soundtrack of success. The louder the critics, the closer you are to something extraordinary. Don't waste energy trying to explain your journey to those who can't see your vision. Silence their doubts with your actions. Let your results speak for you. Walking alone demands resilience. When the road gets tough, you need to become tougher. This is where self-discipline comes into play. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to do the work for you. If you want to succeed, you have to show up for yourself every single day. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about commitment. It's waking up early when you'd rather stay in bed. It's saying no to distractions that pull you away from your goals. It's sacrificing short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment. Resilience is built brick by brick, moment by moment. And when you master it, you become unstoppable. Why do you walk alone? What is it that drives you to keep going when others quit? Your purpose is your compass. It's the reason you wake up and push forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. Purpose is not handed to you. It's discovered. It's forged in the quiet moments when you're honest with yourself. What do you stand for? What legacy do you want to leave behind? When you find your purpose, it will light the darkest paths. It will give meaning to every sacrifice, every setback, and every solitary step. Walking alone isn't just about the destination. It's about the journey. It's about who you become along the way. Each step transforms you. Each obstacle teaches you something new. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that walking alone was the greatest gift you could give yourself. So keep walking, keep striving. Let the world doubt you, criticize you, ignore you. But let none of it stop you. You were born to walk this path. You were born to carve your destiny. Walk alone, and you'll discover a strength you never knew existed. Walk alone, and you'll find that the path less traveled is the one that leads to greatness. The lone wolf doesn't rely on the pack to survive. It thrives on its own instincts, its own strength, its own resilience. That's what walking alone teaches you. Self-reliance. In a world where everyone looks for a helping hand, you become the one who helps yourself. Being a lone wolf doesn't mean you isolate yourself out of fear or rejection. It means you choose to rise without needing applause. It means understanding that validation is fleeting, but self-belief, that's eternal. Wolves don't beg for scraps, they hunt for their dreams. So embrace the lone wolf mentality. Be the hunter, not the hunted. When you walk alone, distractions fade. There's no one to pull you off your path. That solitude gives you something priceless. Focus. And focus is the weapon that separates dreamers from achievers. Look around at those who stay in groups, always needing others to feel secure. They're comfortable, yes, but comfort is the enemy of growth. When you walk alone, you see things others miss. You spot opportunities others are too busy gossiping to notice. Focus isn't just a tool, it's your competitive edge. Use it wisely, and you'll conquer mountains while others are still stumbling over pebbles. When you walk alone, you embrace silence. But that silence isn't empty, it's full of potential. In the stillness, you hear your true calling. You hear the voice of your ambition, and it says, keep going. You're almost there. Most people fear silence because it forces them to face themselves. But you'll learn to love it. Silence is where the seeds of greatness are planted. It's where you strategize, plan, and prepare. And when you finally emerge from that silence, the world will hear you loud and clear. Because your success will echo far beyond their doubts. Here's the twist. Walking alone isn't forever. It's a phase, a necessary chapter in your story. You walk alone to become the kind of person who attracts the right people into your life. The strong, the focused, the driven. They'll see your journey and recognize a kindred spirit. But you'll know the difference now. You'll know who's there to build with you and who's just along for the ride. Walking alone teaches you discernment. It teaches you to value quality over quantity. When the right people join your path, it will no longer feel like a crowd. It'll feel like a team. The gift of walking alone is the person you become. The strength you didn't know you had. The vision you didn't know you could see. The discipline you didn't think you could master. Every step alone is a step closer to the best version of yourself. When others finally see the results of your solitude, they'll call you lucky. But you'll know the truth. Luck didn't bring you here. The late nights did. The sacrifices did. The endless hours of grinding in the shadows did. That's the gift of walking alone. It creates a version of you that the world can't ignore. You didn't walk alone just to survive. You walked alone to build a legacy. To prove that one person with a vision is more powerful than an army of doubters. You walked alone to show the world that it's not about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go. One day, people will look at your journey and say, I want to be like them. They'll draw inspiration from the path you carved, the mountains you climbed, and the strength you showed. That's the legacy of the lone walker. It's not just about your success. It's about inspiring others to find their own strength. Discipline is not something we are born with. It is a choice we make every day. I was not born extraordinary. From a young age, I had to dedicate myself to the craft of the shinobi, to a path that demanded more from me than most could endure. Discipline was my foundation. It guided my hand, sharpened my mind, and strengthened my resolve. I chose to prepare, even when others rested. I trained not for recognition, but for the strength to carry out my purpose. This discipline was not for myself alone. It was for those I vowed to protect. Understand this. Without discipline, your dreams will remain just that, dreams. But with it, you will find the strength to turn them into reality, even when the odds are against you. Discipline will test you. It will demand sacrifices. But it will also make you stronger than you ever thought possible. And when the time comes for you to face your greatest trials, you will not falter. You will rise, ready for whatever lies ahead. I know what it means to sacrifice everything for a cause greater than yourself. I gave up my home, my clan, my reputation, and even the love of my little brother. People see sacrifice as loss, but I see it as necessary. True sacrifice is giving up what you want now for what the world needs tomorrow. There will be moments in your life when you must choose. Will you protect your comfort, or will you fight for something greater? You may lose friendships, you may lose recognition, and you may even lose parts of yourself along the way. But understand this, sacrifice is not failure. It is proof of your resolve. When you walk the path of sacrifice, you must carry its weight silently. There will be no applause, no gratitude, and often no understanding. But that is the price of doing what is right. The question is, will you be strong enough to pay it? A shinobi must learn to see beyond the surface. The world will show you illusions of happiness, of success, of validation. But these are fleeting. The truth lies beneath, and it is often harsh. When I made my choices, I saw what others could not. I saw the fractures in the foundation of the village, the conflicts that threatened to destroy everything I loved. To act, I had to let go of my desires and see the bigger picture. You too must learn to look beyond your immediate wants. What are you fighting for? Is it for yourself alone? Or is it for something greater? Clarity will only come when you silence the distractions of the world and look inward. In that silence, you will find your true purpose. Pain is a cruel but effective teacher. Every loss I endured, every burden I carried, taught me something invaluable. Pain shapes you in ways comfort never can. Do not fear pain. Do not run from it. Let it teach you. When you fall, let it show you where you need to grow. When you are betrayed, let it teach you resilience. And when you are left to walk alone, let it strengthen your spirit. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. If you can endure your pain, you will emerge stronger, sharper, and unbreakable. The greatest lesson I learned is that true strength is not loud. It is quiet. It does not demand attention. It simply exists. Humility is the mark of true power. I never sought to prove my strength to the world, only to myself. If you chase the approval of others, you will lose sight of yourself. True strength comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for, regardless of who acknowledges it. Remember this: it is better to walk alone on the right path than to be celebrated on the wrong one. Everything I did for the future. My actions were not for my benefit, but for those who would come after me. I knew that the seeds I planted would only bear fruit long after I was gone. Your life is your message to the world. What will it say? Will you live for fleeting pleasures, or will you build something that lasts? The choices you make now will shape the legacy you leave behind. Walk with purpose. Act with intention. And when your time comes to an end, let the world remember you, not for what you took, but for what you gave. You may feel alone in your journey, as I did, but understand this: solitude is not isolation. It is an opportunity to discover who you truly are. Embrace it. Use it to sharpen your mind, to strengthen your heart, and to solidify your resolve. Walk your path with courage, even if it means walking alone. The world may not understand your sacrifices, your discipline, or your purpose, but one day, they will see the strength you carried all along. And when that day comes, you will know that walking alone was never a burden. It was your greatest strength. Every choice you make carries weight. It defines who you are and determines the path you walk. For me, the choices I made were not simple. They demanded sacrifices, understanding, and, most importantly, conviction. The world may not always present you with clear answers. Sometimes, you must decide in moments of uncertainty, and those choices will stay with you. The question is, will you make them with integrity? Will you choose what is right over what is easy, even if it means walking a path others would never dare tread? Do not underestimate the power of your decisions. Small or great, they shape the legacy you leave behind. Make each one count. solitude is where growth begins. In isolation, you face yourself, your fears, your doubts, your weaknesses. It is here that true transformation happens. Many avoid this because it is uncomfortable, even painful. But I urge you, do not fear it. Think of a seed buried beneath the soil. It must remain alone, in darkness, to grow into something magnificent. You are no different. Let the stillness of solitude be the soil in which you grow. Learn to rely on yourself, to draw strength from within. That is how you become unshakable. What do you see when you look into the future? Do you see a vague idea of success?
Wow.
Or do you see a purpose so clear it burns within you? A person without vision is like a traveler without a map, lost and wandering. In my life, my vision guided me through the darkness. It reminded me of the peace I was fighting for, the lives I wanted to protect. Even when the path was uncertain, my vision gave me clarity. You must find your own vision, something worth fighting for, worth sacrificing for. When you have that, no obstacle will seem insurmountable, and no loneliness will feel unbearable. Responsibility is not something to be feared. It is a privilege, a sign of trust. I bore the weight of my clan's fate, of the village's peace, and of my brother's future. These were burdens, yes, but they were also sources of strength. To walk a path of responsibility means to carry more than your own desires. It means living for others, even when it's difficult. It requires maturity, selflessness, and an unwavering commitment to your purpose. If you shy away from responsibility, you will never know the strength you are capable of. Face it, embrace it, and let it forge you into someone who can stand tall, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The world often celebrates the packs, the groups, the teams, the collective, but it is the lone wolves who change the course of history. They see what others cannot. They do what others will not. Being a lone wolf is not about isolation for its own sake. It is about having the courage to step away from the crowd, to forge your own path when others fear the unknown. The lone wolf does not wait for permission or approval. They act with conviction, guided by their own sense of purpose. The world needs people like you, individuals unafraid to walk alone, to take risks, to stand firm in the face of adversity.
I'm going to eat your
Will you be one of them?
Spider-Man.
When I am gone, what remains will not be the battles I fought or the pain I endured. What remains will be the peace I helped create, the lessons I passed on, and the strength I left behind in others. Your legacy will not be defined by the moments of applause or recognition. It will be defined by the quiet impact you leave on the world, the lives you touch, the changes you inspire,
Meow, meow,
and the
meow.
strength you pass
Meow,
on.
meow, meow.
Do
Meow,
not worry if the world does not understand you now. Walk your path with honor, with discipline, and with purpose. One day, they will see the truth. One day, they will understand the strength it took to walk alone. I walked alone for most of my life, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. My path was one of sacrifice, discipline, and unwavering resolve. And though it was lonely, it was also fulfilling. Now I leave you with this. Walking alone is not a curse, it is a choice. It is the mark of someone who knows their purpose, who refuses to compromise their vision for the comfort of the crowd.
Mean boy.
If you find yourself walking alone, do not despair. Let it strengthen you. Let it teach you. And most importantly, let it guide you toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. Walk alone. but walk with purpose. For in the end, it is the lone warrior who leaves the deepest mark on the world.
Stop. Stop hurting me. Banana. Banana.
You cling to weakness like a drowning man clings to a broken piece of wood. That false security, that illusion of safety, it's a lie. Weakness does not protect you, it devours you. Look at yourself. Look at the man you are today. Are you satisfied? Does he inspire respect? Or does he inspire pity? If you feel even a shred of doubt, then you know the answer. That version of yourself, the one that settles for less, that hides from challenges, that fears failure, must die. Right here, right now. Because weakness has no place in this world. You call yourself a man, prove it. Stop making excuses. Stop living in fear. A true man doesn't run from pain. He faces it head on, knowing that pain is the forge where greatness is shaped. A true man doesn't beg for power. He takes it with his own two hands. Let me ask you this. Why are you weak? Why do you falter? Weakness isn't just a lack of strength. No, it's far more insidious. It's the voice in your head that tells you to quit. It's the comfort you seek when the road gets hard. It's every moment you choose the easy path over the right path. Do you know what weakness fears the
You
most?
are evil.
Discipline destroys weakness. It strips
I'm
away its
going
excuses
to die
and leaves it with nowhere to
tonight.
hide. But discipline alone is not enough. You must have a purpose. A fire that burns so brightly within you that nothing, not pain, not failure, not doubt, can extinguish it. Weakness feeds on emptiness. Fill yourself with purpose and you starve it to death. It's time to act. Not tomorrow, not later. Now you have wasted enough time. Every second you spend living as this weak version of yourself is a second stolen from the man you are meant to be. Stand up, look in the mirror, and face the truth. Are you ready to kill that weak version of yourself? Then do it. Break your old habits. Silence your doubts. Take control of your mind and your body. Don't just talk about change. Be the change. When was the last time you pushed yourself to your limits? When was the last time you looked at a challenge and said, "This will not defeat me"? If you can't remember, then you are not living. You are surviving, and surviving is not enough. Power is not given. It is earned, and it comes at a cost. You think the strong are born that way? No. The strong are forged in fire. They are the ones who endure the unbearable, who face the impossible and emerge stronger for it. Strength is not just about muscles or skill. It's about willpower. The ability to stand firm when the world is against you. The ability to fight even when you are broken and beaten. But remember this, strength without purpose is meaningless. A man without a purpose is no better than a beast. So find your purpose, define it, protect it with everything you have, and let it drive you to greatness. Pain is your greatest teacher, yet you run from it. Why? Do you fear it? Do you think it will break you? Pain is not your enemy, it is your ally. It shows you your limits, and it gives you the chance to break them. Every scar on your body, every ache in your muscles, every moment of struggle, that is the price of progress. Embrace it, let it mold you. Weak men run from pain, strong men endure it, and great men welcome it. knowing that it is the key to unlocking their true potential. So I ask you, one last time, are you ready to kill that weak version of yourself? This is not a decision you can make lightly. It is a war between the man you are and the man you want to become. And in war, there can be no mercy. You must be ruthless. Every time you feel yourself slipping, every time you hear that voice of doubt, you must crush it. You must rise above it. Weakness will not leave you willingly. It will fight. It will claw and drag you back into the abyss. But you are stronger than it. You are greater than it. Be a man, not just in words, but in actions. A man who does not falter. A man who does not quit. A man who commands respect. Not because he demands it, but because he earns it. Kill that weak version of yourself, and let the world see the man you were born to be. Mediocrity is the
I'm
silent
tired
killer.
like
It
hell.
doesn't scream at you
I
or
feel like
challenge
I'm
you. It whispers.
going to die
It convinces you
if
that
I
you're
don't
doing
go and
just
sleep.
enough. But ask yourself, what is just enough worth in a world where only the strong survive? Being average is a betrayal of your potential. A man who settles for mediocrity has already accepted defeat. He's already bowed to the expectations of others and surrendered his dreams. Do not mistake mediocrity for safety. It is a trap, a slow poison. The longer you remain there, the harder it becomes to break free. Rise above it. Be relentless. Challenge yourself every day to push beyond what you thought possible. If you're not growing, you're dying. And I refuse to let you wither away in the shadow of what you could have been. Fear, doubt, these are the tools of weakness. They are chains designed to keep you from becoming the man you were meant to be. Fear whispers you're not ready. Doubt screams you're not enough. But these voices are liars. Do you think I was without fear? Without doubt? No. I faced them. I conquered them. Fear is nothing but a test, a challenge to see if you have the courage to move forward. And doubt is simply the lack of proof. Create the proof through your actions. The moment you let fear and doubt control you, you have lost. The weak succumb to these voices. The strong silence them. The great use them as fuel to climb higher.
Okay guys, you
Face your
can
fears,
watch me
face your doubts,
go to
stare
bed.
them down until they break. And when they do, you will understand what it means to be truly
I'm
powerful.
tired.
Do you want to be great? Prepare to pay the price. Greatness demands sacrifice. It demands pain. It demands that you give up your comforts, your distractions, your excuses. It demands that you dedicate yourself completely to the path. There will be nights when you question yourself, days when the weight feels unbearable. But these moments are the crucible in which greatness is forged. Weak men complain about the cost. Strong men embrace it. They understand that nothing worth having comes easy. They understand that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, every sacrifice brings them closer to their goal. Are you willing to pay the price? Are you willing to do what others won't? Because that is what it takes to rise above the rest. That is what it takes to be a man. You want power? Then master yourself. Discipline is the foundation of all strength. Without it, you are nothing but a slave to your impulses, a prisoner of your own mind. Do you know why so many men fail? It's not because they're weak. It's because they lack control. They give in to temptation. They procrastinate. They make excuses. Discipline is the blade that cuts through weakness. It is the fire that burns away distractions. With discipline, you can achieve anything. Without it, you will achieve nothing. Build your discipline like a fortress. Make it unbreakable. Let it guide you through the storms, and you will emerge stronger every time. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It lulls you into complacency. It makes you soft. Do you think warriors of old found strength in comfort? No. They sought out hardship. They trained in the harshest conditions. They embraced the struggle because they knew it would make them stronger. If you want to be a man who commands respect, you must reject comfort. You must seek out challenges, not avoid them. Every time you push yourself into discomfort, you grow. Every time you choose the harder path, you evolve. Comfort is fleeting. Strength is eternal. Choose wisely. Failure is not the end. It is the beginning. When you fail, the weak version of yourself will beg you to quit. It will tell you that you're not good enough, that you should stop trying. But failure is not a reason to stop. It is a reason to push harder. Every great man you admire has failed more times than you can count. The difference is they didn't let failure define them. They used it as fuel. They learned from it. They rose stronger than before. When you fail, remember this. The only true failure is giving up. As long as you rise, you are still in the fight. As long as you rise, you are still alive. What will they say about you when you are gone? Will they remember you as a man who lived with purpose, who faced every challenge with courage? Or will they forget you, as they do with all who live mediocre lives? Your legacy is built every day, with every choice you make. Do you want to be a man who inspires, who leads, who changes the world around him? Then act like it, live like it. A weak man leaves nothing behind. A strong man leaves a legacy that echoes through the ages. Be that man. I have said all that needs to be said. Now, the decision is yours. Will you continue to live as the weak version of yourself? Or will you kill him here and now and rise as the man you were destined to be? The choice is not easy. The path is not simple. But nothing worth having ever is. Be ruthless. Be relentless. Be a man. And let the world remember your name.
Do you hear that? The sound of your heartbeat. The rhythm of life reminding you that you're still here. Still breathing. Still capable. But time doesn't stop. It doesn't wait for you to gather your courage or to make up your mind. It moves forward. Relentless. Unforgiving. You've been waiting, haven't you? Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for the fear to fade. For the odds to align, for the world to tell you, now's the time. But let me tell you the truth. There is no perfect moment. It's now or never. The world isn't going to hand you what you want. It's going to test you, beat you down and laugh while you're on your knees. And you? You can either stay there, defeated, or you can rise. Every second you hesitate, someone else is moving ahead. Every excuse you make is another chain you wrap around yourself. You think you're waiting for the right time? No. You're stalling because you're afraid. Afraid to fail. Afraid to be seen as weak. But let me tell you something. Weakness isn't falling. Weakness is staying down when you have the strength to stand. I've been there. I've felt the fear, the doubt, the weight of the world pressing down on my shoulders. But fear, doubt, pain, they're not your enemies. They're your allies. They remind you that you're alive, that you're fighting for something that matters. The clock is ticking. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. So stop waiting. Stop dreaming about what could be. Take action. Take the risk. Because greatness isn't born from comfort. It's forged in fire, in struggle, in the moments where you decide that nothing, not fear, not pain, not failure will stop you. You want to change your life? You want to break free from the chains that hold you down? Then this is it. It's now or never. Not tomorrow, not someday now. You have one life. One chance to rise above the noise, the doubt, the fear. One shot to prove to yourself that you're more than they said you'd ever be. So make it count. Stand tall. Fight hard. And when the world looks at you and says, you can't, show them that you can. You think this world owes you something? It doesn't. It's cruel, ruthless, and it'll chew you up if you let it. But you're not here to ask for handouts. You're here to take what's yours. When I started, I wasn't special. I wasn't chosen. I was just like you. Filled with doubt, crushed by expectations, drowning in the noise of others telling me who I should be. But I refused to listen. I silenced the noise. I made my own path. They'll tell you to stay in your place, to follow the rules, to accept what's been given. But rules are for the weak. For those too afraid to step out of line, too scared to take risks. You're not weak. You're not here to follow their script. Every time you doubt yourself, remember this. The strongest don't wait for permission. They don't beg for opportunities. They create them. And if that means breaking the mold, defying expectations, or standing alone, so be it. When you walk this path, you'll face resistance. People will mock you, doubt you, call you every name they can think of. But their words, they're nothing but air. They can't stop you unless you let them. The truth is, the world fears those who don't conform. Those who stand up, fight back, and say, I will not settle. Be that person. Be the one they can't ignore. This isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about proving to yourself every single day that you have what it takes. You're not here to live a mediocre life. You're here to push boundaries, to rise, to dominate. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for someone else to show you the way. You already have everything you need. It's now or never. Make your move. Take your stand. And let the world see what happens when someone with true resolve refuses to back down. Do you hear that? That's silence. That's the world waiting for someone bold enough to make the first move. But most people, they're too scared. They're paralyzed by what ifs and maybes. They'd rather stay in the shadows, where it's safe. I've been there. I felt the weight of being ignored, overlooked, underestimated. I felt the fire of wanting more, knowing I was capable of it, and yet being told to stay in my place. But I didn't listen, and neither should you.